apologize. I am late. I usually am not late. I apologize. I didn't realize it was so late, and I was running around real quick. But thank you for everybody who's out here joining the Don Tony Tough Line out here. Happy Easter to everybody who celebrates Easter. Rebirth, reincarnation, rejuvenation. That's what we should be thinking about in Easter, and being the best person you can be, as always. And that's what life is all about, being the best person you can be for as long as you can be it, right? Spread love and everything. We got a new member right off the bat for Easter, Captain Shiver. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all coming out here on your Saturday night. You could be anywhere in the world, but you choose to be here with me. And don't think I don't appreciate that, because I 100% do. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And we are going to get into this 100%. We're going to get into this. And what this show is going to be about and talk about from season 4, we're going to talk about in the beginning what it's not, so that we could all be on the same page. What the show has shown us that we know that it's not. And then we're going to talk about the all the theories and everything else. What is this? Well, here we are with the but here we are with the best from talk. I agree with you that you are. But thank you for saying. I shouldn't have to say things like that. Sometimes you gotta say stuff. Shouldn't have to say it. People should say it for you. And so I appreciate you saying that for me 100%. But let's say it up to the people who are rocking with us right now, who are chilling with us right now. Captain Shiver, thank you for signing up and becoming a member. Martin Black is in the building rocking with us. We got Carl is up in this piece. Debbie Bebe is up in here. James is in the building rocking with us right now. We got RJ is in the building rocking with us right now. Nene is up in this piece. LV is in here. Mr. Day 2000 is in the building rocking with us right now. We got a gifted membership from Jason. Thank you so much. If you got that membership, please thank Jason. He's rocking with us right now. We appreciate it. She does the most, is up in here rocking with us right now. We have a bunch. Phil's in the background. He'll be here in a second. That guy, Jay, is in here, and we'll be using his phone line. So if you want to call in on the Phil number, that's the number we're going to rock with. Carl is in the building rocking with us right now. Bill Chill is up with the familiar, rocking with the Don Tony Teflon, and everybody else up in here. As I said before, boy, LV is up in here. Too Deep is in the building. Cleveland's representing, man. Cleveland represent Cleveland. The Knicks will see you in the playoffs. We'll see what happens then. And Phil's fucking boss.
Oh, you guys are both losing. Oh, the Celtics are so good right now. But that's
we're gonna see you all. We'll see.
We'll see you in the second round. That's the difficult one. Tony, I have something, but I'm not sure we want to go over it.
What is that?
The episode titles for all the episodes and the.
Do we have that? Do we have that? Well, that's a chat.
It was posted on Rotten Tomatoes the other day, and it also has. This is where it gets hinky. It also has the first 5, I think it is 5 episodes, maybe 6 episodes descriptions.
Let's do it. I mean, I'm with it. If the Familia is with it, I'm with it. If Rotten Tomatoes posted it, that doesn't make it a spoiler to me or a leak. That's a credible site.
Yep. So if the chat wants us to go there, I got pictures of, or it's not pictures, but I've got them all, so I can put them on the screen.
We will go. We can definitely go through it. I'm about it. Yeah. Go have a beer for the premiere. That's right. Let's get a beer going for the premiere. You know what I mean? Christine Jellybean. Look, I usually we don't get to see Christine Jellybean's face, I don't think. And this is the first time I think I've ever seen her face. What a beautiful woman you are, Christine Jellybean.
Yeah, I've seen a few as well, and I feel like we might have looked at a early titles list, and some of these do cross over, but this was released recently, so I think this is the official one. I'm pretty sure these are the official ones, but if we're wrong, we're just doing a weird sort of thought exercise. So
we're definitely with it. Well, I'm definitely with it. We're going to talk about the title episodes and a synopsis and all that, but what they got out there. If it's out there, let's talk about it. We do it every year anyway.
Yeah, no, we've done this before. I believe we've done this last year. So yeah, I got little pictures of this shit so I can pop up when we're ready. Whenever we're ready.
What's up, Incognito? What's going on with you and everything else? All right. Did I say we have to moment Daryl? If I didn't, let me make sure I say. We getting a lot of Boyd and Jade interaction. It's about time, right? Those are the two that need to come together. And without Jim being there, I think we're forced to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they have no choice. Those are the two males in town. I mean, who else is a male in town that has any weight?
Let's dance, Tony. Randall, buddy. Let's dance.
No other male that has any weight, so they have to get together.
Why do you always low key have to hate on Kenny?
I'm not hating.
I'm kidding.
I don't think he holds. You know what I mean? Like the gravitas. Kenny ain't solving this shit.
No, right? No, I agree. I'm giving you a hard time.
Kenny may have the hand in helping people escape, but he ain't the one who's coming up with this shit, solving this shit, right? It's got to be Boyd. It's got to be Jay. They're the ones who are gonna get to the bottom of this motherfucker, and that's what it is, and everything else.
He's a sexy boy.
Before we go into let's go through a couple. We're gonna go into those in a second because everyone's saying that they want to do it, so we're gonna do it. Let's talk before we even read that stuff. Let's go into exactly what we know this show is not, so that we can all move forward from there. That we could all agree on. Number one, we know it's not hell. It's not purgatory. It's nothing like that. I mean, that was shot down in season 1 by Father Kotri.
Yep.
But for some reason, even though it was shot down by Father Kotri in the show, and I told y'all that this wasn't the case, that they are answering questions in the show that they believe that you're going to have. So before you even ask the question, they're going to give you the answer. And that's exactly what it did. But people didn't want to believe it. People still didn't want to believe it. Oh, no. We know that's the case. All right. They're not in purgatory.
Tony, the other thing I think we know that they're not in, I don't think they're in some escape room. I think we can all agree it's not some gigantic escape room of some sort set up by some evil master sitting there watching them go through, or it's not all. I don't think it's all a dream. I don't think it's all a dream.
It's not a dream. All right. So they're not sleeping. It's not going to be a situation where they wake up and everything else is the guy just, oh my God, that was a nightmare. And that's what it's going to be. You know, you're not going to see nothing like that. You're not going to see Fred Sanford wake up in bed with Esther. It's not what's going to happen. It's none of that situation. Right. So we are agreed upon those things. Right. And everything else. Darryl says John Griffin. See, this though, John Griffin has confirmed it's not a dream purgatory. Yeah. And we really didn't need John Griffin to confirm that shit because they did it in the show.
Yeah, it's like, thanks, buddy, for stating the obvious.
Yeah, like, John Griffin came out and said what they already said in the show. So I don't give, listen, I don't give a goddamn what John. Listen,
Tony, those creators are bad.
I don't give a goddamn about John Griffin. He's saying something that was already out there. Like he's giving us some type of tidbit. It was already in the show. That's not that. So we know it's not that. It's not a simulation.
So Brooklyn challenges me. Oh, it's definitely one big escape room.
Well, okay, it depends what you're saying an escape room is. If you're saying that it is people playing a game with these people, and this whole world, then that is possible. Is it some like theme park escape room thing? It's not that. But if you want to say that people have made a pocket dimension, put these people here. This whole situation is there. The whole town was put there. Everything was placed there. It's a big set that they can just walk around, and then they could do some Truman Show type shit to them and get it. I could see it being that. If we want to say it's that, and that's what we're saying in the escape room, then I can't say that it's not.
This is an important distinction in what we're talking about here, Tony. We're not... Because some people would refute it, it doesn't fit our list right here. The list we're trying to go is things that we all can agree on. We can all agree that it's not. So at least some people do think it might be some form of an escape room. So I'm going to remove that from the list. So far we have dreams that we all know it's not a dream. We all know it's not purgatory. We know
it's not like a reality headset that they're all laying down. They're not all in the psychiatric ward, laying down in the hospital and waking up. I don't believe it's that. I think we could all agree with that, I would hope.
Yes, absolutely. And if you look behind, there's also a 6 foot tall Deep Space Nine room divider behind me too, Cap. Okay, so what else could it not? Is it definitely not? Now we're gonna try to take away our own opinions out of it.
Yeah, 100%. I have no. I'm just saying.
Think about what everybody could think it's not.
Yes, it's not my personal. And again, when I ever give a theory or anything like that, or I put something out there, that's not what I want it to be. That's what I have seen and what led me to believe that. If I had 1,000% proof that this is some fairies doing some shit, I'd be the first to say that this is some fairies doing some shit. I understand why people want it to be fairies because Ethan brings up fairies, and I'll never tell you that that's not a logical explanation. I can't disprove that it's not, so I'm never going to tell you that it's not. I'm just going to say I don't believe it's that. I don't think they'd be that heavy fucking handed with it. Like that would be as heavy handed as it get. Ethan is just talking about a book of fairies and these are the fairies that are there. It would just be crazy. It's just like when we say that this is a mental construct of Ethan. It's impossible for it to be anything like that. We all know this is shit existed way before Ethan. It's not a mental construct of Victor. It existed way before Victor. So it can't be any of those things.
I don't think it's a holodeck. If we're set up like a Star Trek thing, I don't think it's like a holodeck. I don't think these things are all holograms or it's all fake. Yeah. Anybody else? People in the live chat, throw out some stuff. What?
Yeah, Marshall Brown says, Tony, you were spot on when we came to Dexter. I was good on Dexter. He's right. I got a lot of that shit. Yeah. I got the Gemini shit. I got all that shit. I got a lot of that shit right there. Thank you so much for appreciating all that stuff. I got a lot of that shit on this Dexter. So only thing I didn't like about the Dexter was we didn't get enough time with those serial killers. We needed more time. I love the plot of having them all there, but I really would have wished we would have had one each season or maybe two and explored.
The unfortunate thing is, Tony, they ultimately didn't want to pay the actors and they just wanted to pay the dink all season. And it was all a big lead up for a final confrontation with Uma. They wanted to pay Uma and the dink all season. So they could only really afford Jessica and that other dude for a couple of episodes.
Yeah. They should have just settled on Uma and got rid of the dink. I would have rather seen Uma playing Dink's character. That would have been great if she did.
Tyrion, I agree. I think she would have been better in that role. And no offense, that we're an aside here, but post Tyrion, I think post season 4 Game of Thrones, I think almost everything Dinklage has done, I haven't really liked.
If Uma was playing that billionaire serial person, could you imagine? I could see it. It would have been amazing. All right, we'll go back. We'll talk from. We do have information that we have the guy from Billions from that show that Bridge 4 like a Succession. The old dude has been cast as the New York Ripper.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we'll do a live stream and we'll talk about that and everything. I'll drop a video on
and that. I'm excited. And we talked about this before too. And this last thing we'll say about Dexter is that they're on a year cycle. So it will be back within a year of the last season. And in fact, I think they're trying to release it on the exact same day that they released last season. But
amazing.
Would be great.
Let's see. We got so they are scientifically alternating the reality with sound frequency hypnosis. I agree that that sound plays a key factor in this whole situation. And I agree that it's definitely science-based, but I don't think we all could agree with that. So we're not going to go there. But I'm with you on that. I'm 100% with you on that. But we're just trying to say things that we can all agree on. That
okay, Tony, I got one. Even though we can't all agree that she's a mole, we all think it's kind of shady that Donna always has her hands in her pockets.
Yeah, I think Donna's hands in her pockets is the key to
like not that she's a mole or anything like that. I know some people think that, some people don't. Just there's something why she always have her hands in her pockets.
Mm-hmm. The hands in the pockets represent the pocket dimension that Donna is holding in her pockets and stuff. All right, we have almost 100 people here right off the bat with us. Thank you so much for joining. I think that's all we're gonna all agree upon. I think we should go right through the episodes, right off the bat. And
Tabitha says no a lot, Tony. Tabitha says no a lot. The boy in white is creepy in some way.
Boy in white can't be the savior. That was another thing that's just
right. You know how I feel. That's one of my only theories I'm holding on. Boy in white is the ultimate bad guy.
Yeah, it can't be. If it's this, that would be the cheesiest. You have this little Wimbledon looking boy right out there. It would just be so crazy that
it's like the ball boy for John McEnroe.
It's just it's no way that there's no way it could be that. You know what I mean? No way. All right, let's go into these episodes.
Okay, episode 1 here is called The Arrival, and the description is: a new arrival throws the town into chaos. Jade and Tabitha struggle with their revelation at the bottle tree, and Boyd grapples with the implications of Smiley's return.
All right, so this is easy to see exactly what's going on here. The new arrival is either going to be the new character, which says throws the whole town into chaos. It's going to be the new character. That's right off the back. She's going to crash into it with the. It could be that. It could be the arrival of the man in yellow. But how would they all know about the man in yellow that quick? I don't think they're going to give the man in yellow that much panache right off episode 1 and just have the whole town know about him and everything. Because when we see them in the trailer bring the clothes inside of in Boyd's office, it doesn't seem like they know exactly what's going on with those clothes because they still got it all folded up and they're treating it nice. And I think if they knew it was the man in yellow suit, they would have burnt it or something. So it's going to be the new chick right there. As for them coming to grips of what happened, I think it's going to be, Tabitha already be seeing her bounce saying she needs to think about things. I think does that mean there's going to be an emotional thing going on because they had a child together or they believe they had a child together? She just, her husband's not coming back home because she doesn't know he's dead. He's not coming back home. Jay's probably going to want to talk about it. And, do they have deep emotions about this child? I think that would be the whole situation. And what's the last thing there?
Boyd grapples with the implications of Smiley's return.
Yeah, I think Boyd is going down there. You're going to probably see him come up from there. And then he's just going to be pissed like these things can't fucking die. We can't kill them.
Yeah, he's going to be discouraged.
They're going to come right back. What are we going to do? All right, this is what I would do if that was the way they're coming back. I would just kill him, wait till the chick gets pregnant and kill the chick, and then we're done with it.
Yeah, Tony, I think I agree with everything you said, and I think Boyd, this will kind of start Boyd on the process of not losing his mind, but losing his control over the town. Jade and Tabitha will just get more of a continuation on what we figured out, and maybe we won't get Jim in this episode, or maybe at the end of the episode, Jim's body will be figured out. New arrival throwing the town into chaos. I absolutely agree. It's the blonde girl and her dad that you correctly have called, even though we don't know for a fact yet that's going to die somehow or get himself in trouble, and them coming into town, the accident that they cause in some way is going to throw everything into chaos. And then somehow the dad's going to die or get hurt.
I think he's driving. I think she runs over the strip. He probably going crazy. He runs over the strip where they got the ambulance laid out there, and then he goes into town with a flat tire, and that causes him to crash. I think it's going to run like that. And that's why Kenny's going to feel bad about it and take her under her wing, because all of a sudden, it's going to be he's indirectly responsible for the death of the father and everything. Jetra, thank you for the super chat. It says, hey, Tony, off topic, you see the wildest fight earlier. I remember you wrote a children's book involved with him back in the. Yes, I did write Deontay Wilder's children's book. I did watch the fight. I watched all the fights. I think that it was a very sloppy fight. I thought that both fighters were sloppy. Both fighters looked their age. It just seems like Wilder just does not have the ability to pull the trigger on a consistent basis. He just stands and looks too much. I think his confidence is sapped for him, but I'm happy for him that he won the fight. And I hope that he gets the AJ fight. I don't like his chances versus AJ, but at least he'll get paid some good money. And if he gets some good money and then he goes out and retires and he's done, I'd be happy with that for him.
Yeah. And I want to highlight one more comment. Thank you so much for checking in. Glad the timing worked out for you to be able to catch it live.
100%. We are going over the episode titles and synopsis of these episodes that was released on Rotten Tomatoes, so it has to be real. All right, let's go to
at least has an above 15% chance of being real. So episode 2 of season 4 is called Fray. And the description is: a gruesome discovery sends shockwaves through town. Jim, as Jade and Tabitha struggle with the weight of their revelation. So this is the Jim find Jim episode.
This is the Jim episode. They're gonna find them. Gruesome discovery. I think they're gonna have the pieces of him inside up in the tree and on the sign, and then it's gonna be him inside the barn. When we see in the trailer, we see the Julie and Ethan go in the barn, they find the words, he's not there yet. But then when we see Tabitha there and she's collapsing to her knees, that's Jim's going to be strung up in that barn, and that's where that's going to be. I think that's what the whole thing will be. I don't see it being anything else from that. It has to be.
Yeah, that's almost obvious. They almost could say Jim's
give me a challenge here, Show. I mean,
exactly, Tony. This is like shooting bunnies, you know?
Yeah, just write the whole thing in there. I mean, it's pretty obvious that's what it's going to be.
I mean, we know he died last season. I don't know why they just don't put the they find Jim's body. It sends shockwaves through town, you know. But anyways, it's fun. Okay, let's go on to the next.
Next one, real quick. Hey, Tony, would you be willing to give your thoughts on the scene where Abby talks to Boyd about Frumville feeding on everyone's hope in the season finale of 2? So I don't think that's Abby that's actually saying that's saying that whole situation. And I think when it says feeding on hope, it's two different takes on that, right? It's two takes. What they can mean by it's actually getting some type of it wouldn't be the actual hope that the people have, and hope is brought up many times. It wouldn't be the hope, it's the willing to live, the willing to go on, I think, and that is a form of hope, but that's also a form of adrenaline, and it's also, if it's a scientific method, that's what it is. So I don't know if it means that it actually eats the hope, you know, because how could you eat hope? Hope is an internalized thing, you know, so you can't actually eat that, you know, you can't feed on that, but you could feed on maybe some type of adrenaline or cortisol levels or something that
Pennywise feeds off hope and like fear and stuff.
Yeah, I think more Pennywise is just like the meat tastes better when they're scared.
Like, when they're scared. If he sometimes doesn't even want the meat if they're not scared.
Yeah, like it makes them taste better for some reason when they're scared. You know, I remember KRS-One saying back in the day that, you know, that the stress of a person, you know, cows, when you kill them wrong, goes into the cow, and then when you into the cow's meat. And when you eat the meat, you maintain that stress. Maybe that's what it is. It could be a situation like that.
Tony, with the episode title Fray, hanging, maybe Jim's body parts are hanging from frayed ropes. His body,
or it could be a mention. You know, there may be a Game of Thrones fan, a little Walter.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, could be House Frey.
A little red wedding action there, you know.
Okay, cool. So let's go on to the next one. As I said, we only got, I think, 6 episode descriptions, but we have all the episode titles, potential titles. Episode 3. Merrily We Go. Boyd tries to save Tony's girl Acosta from herself. Oh, what's that mean? Wait, Boyd tries to save Acosta from herself as Julie digs deeper into her newfound abilities. Right, Tabitha, we'll stop there. Okay. Boyd tries to save Acosta from herself.
So this has got to be her trying to leave in the ambulance. She must freak out, try to get in the ambulance and drive around, which forces them to put the spikes in the road. And this is when he pushes her up against the thing. But I don't think, him pushing her up against the ambulance, I would think that she would have had to do something. Like maybe when she's running in the ambulance, the people come in or something. Well, that would be that they're coming in episode 1. Yeah. So I don't know. That doesn't line up if she's escaping in the ambulance in episode.
Maybe 30. She's just trying to take charge, and he's sort of trying to get her to be more chill. He's like, you got good ideas, but you need to chill a little bit, or something like that, because she's waving her gun or something.
Yeah, she's got to be doing something nuts that save her from herself. Like he must know, like, listen, the route you're going is not going to be well. It's not going to end well for you.
Yeah. Something like that. Like he's I think what he's going to be trying to do here will be somewhat helpful. He's trying to kind of, because I think ultimately what we learned in season 1 with Kenny is Boyd knows he needs to get people out of here soon, or he's done because of the disease that he has. And he's looking for people that could possibly lead this place if anything did happen to him. So I doubt he's dismissing Acosta altogether, but like he's probably trying to guide her a little bit and see if she'll actually listen.
Is RJ trying to get banned from here with this bullshit?
Kenny. Okay, Julie digs deeper into her newfound abilities. Julie and Randall go on next on adventure.
Yeah, we just seen Julie and Randall in the trailer going in there. Again, I think everything in the trailer is from the opening couple of episodes. I don't think they're going that far with it. So it would probably be her going over there, explaining it to Randall, and then going out. It's probably the scene that we see with Randall and the golden bullet and her in the back of the woods back there, which I said back then there was someone back there in that episode. Was that season 2, episode 9? And I said there's someone back there. It's not the monsters, and everyone made fun of me. And I think that's what we're seeing in that shot right there. That's what it's going to be, her doing that scene.
These last 2 sentences are interesting, and it does seem like merrily we go. Everyone's starting a mission on this episode because Tabitha embarks on a desperate gamble. And let's go that one first, and then I'll read the last part. Tabitha embarks on a desperate gamble.
So this is after Jim's dead.
Yeah, maybe she goes to the woods to confront them to try. No, because how would they know what happened? Oh, what happened? Because that's future Julie. That wasn't.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't know that right now. So a desperate gamble. Like, she can't be sleeping with Jay this quick. That would be
no. Does she try to go back to the lighthouse to jump out of it again, to try to get out of there again?
She can't get there that quick. Unless she just tries to go into a faraway tree in itself.
That's a good. She could.
Absolutely. It's a gamble. That it's a gamble when you get in the tree. So that would be a gamble when you get in the tree. But what would be desperate? And Julie explaining her powers, it may be the start of her trying to go back to save her father. Right. Mm-hmm. So now she's got a motivation to go back because I got to get this done so I can save Dad. And this is why she starts going back in these times.
Good point.
That desperate gamble. Only gamble we see that's in there is going in the faraway tree.
Yep. It's straight up gamble from everything we've heard. Straight up gamble. And
y'all in the chat too. Let us know. Again, you can call in. Somebody will put the phone number in the chat. We want to hear from you and what you think the desperate gamble is that she has to do.
And this last one is pretty big too. Victor joins Ethan in a quest for answers. So Victor and Ethan finally get together again.
Jim's not around to prevent it anymore.
Exactly. Victor's moving in. Victor's moving in.
With the refs. Now he's not there. He's not
They're
there.
Best friends till the end from now on.
Yeah. Now he's not there to prevent it, so he can move up in there and everything else. Pause. And he could, they can go off. But what are they gonna go? Is this when he starts looking for those things that we see, like him digging up the holes and everything that he's trying to find?
Maybe what's interesting here, Tony, is they're all going on different missions of some sort. Like Julie and Tabitha and Ethan, all the remaining members of the family, or each one of the 3 of them are going on a mission of some sort. Ethan's going on a quest with Victor. Tabitha's embarking on a desperate gamble, and Julie's digging into her newfound abilities, which we know is time travel. So she's going on a mission too. So that's Merrily We Go, is the Matthews family going on missions.
Yeah, and I think it's all because Jim's dead, so they're all like, we got to do something now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You're
like this
totally
is desperate now. Then now Jim is dead. This is desperate. We got to do something now. We can't go out like that.
Yep. Exactly, and they all do whatever they can individually to solve the issues. And while Boyd tries to save your Acosta.
Yeah, my Acosta, 100%.
See, I'm showing you respect. I know how to. I know how to do it, chat. You check it out, chat. When it comes to Acosta,
as you should.
Okay, so let's continue into our next one here, which is season 4, episode 4 of Myths and Monsters.
Okay.
An ominous discovery. Wait, is ominous 2 episodes in a row here? An ominous discovery puts Boyd in his trusted circle on high alert. Okay, we'll take it sentence by sentence.
Yeah, so this is that man in yellow suit outside. This is when they find the suit in the trailer, and they find that suit, and he's transformed. He has it by the tree. This is when they find that.
I want to identify something first here. Like, an ominous discovery puts Boyd in his trusted circle on high alert. Who is his trusted circle?
I would say it's Kenny, Jim, Tabitha.
You think he holds the Matthews that close? Boyd
this Tabitha, Jade, Kenny, and
Christy.
Him, I wouldn't say Chris. I would say
it seems closer to Chris. Like, it's
Christy would be part of his circle too. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Man in Black. I read that like like Bones from Star Trek. Jim's dead, man. I'm a doctor, not a doorstop. Jim's dead, man. But okay. So Boyd is trusted on high alert. So you're saying they find the man in yellows.
Yeah, Bella. Bella. You're correct. I would say Donna.
Which is interesting because if you watch from the beginning, him and Donna had major issues when he even goes up to visit at Colony House in like the first episode to visit his son. She's like, "What? You sheriff? We have rules. You're not allowed up here." But now, like, all that stuff is gone. They're sort of all chilling.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow. Yeah, Donna would be in there too.
His son, James. It's funny that we didn't mention Ellen.
I don't know. It's a part of his inner circle, but again, Ellis is on the same boat as Kenny. He's not going to be the reason why they get out of there.
No, but he's still someone that Boyd will probably keep. Up. To me, when I hear inner circle with Boyd, I'm thinking Kenny, Ellis, and maybe just those two. Like,
no, it has to be the other ones too, because it's going to be related to the town.
No one communicates in this town.
No, like Jade right now. I
maybe Jade, but Tabitha's on her own crazy mission right now, and maybe Donna. I guess yeah. But who else were you saying might know? Jade. We haven't seen Jade's name in a while. Mm-hmm. So Jade is probably included in that circle as well.
LV says the dog transforms into the man in yellow. That's why you only find the skin. Trust me. We shall see, LV. We shall see. I mean, I would say more of the man in yellow transforms into the dog than the dog would transform into him. And I think maybe that's the way you meant to put it and stuff. But we'll see.
So of myths and monsters, it continues. But I tend to agree with you, Tony. I think
myths and monsters, it's them finding the man in yellow. He's the monster, the myth, and everything else. And they're finding his yellow jacket. That's what it's going to be.
Interesting. Our next sentence here is, and first of all, thank you so much, Jetta Starwind.
But we have to stop real quick because this is ridiculous, bro. We have over 100. We have over 130 people and only 21 likes.
I'm guessing you need to. I'm guessing if you refresh, it would be better.
No, man, that's illegal, bro. Come on, that's ridiculous.
It can't be true. That can't be true.
That's really disrespectful. Come on, we're up here. We're doing the best we can. We're the most entertaining from.
It's at 53. It's at 53.
Who is more entertaining than the Don, Tony Teflon, and Phil the Issues guy? Come on. At all these from people, who entertains you more? Who do you go out there and you have a good night? Who makes you laugh? Who makes you cry? Who makes you kiss 2 hours of your life goodbye? It's the Don and Phil. We're the ones.
Bye time. You guys can never have that time back. Okay. So Julie searches for a way to harness her newfound abilities. So Julie is looking for a way to power up. She wants a power crystal. What are those things in Pokemon that cause your
even harness, I would say control it to where she wants to go.
Exactly. Maybe aim it a little bit more and not be so.
I think it's because she's going back in the other one. She finds herself, I think, at that spot where, with the bullet and shit, she's back there. She didn't mean to get back there. And she's trying to get to where Jim dies. So she's trying to hone it in so she can exactly arrive where she wants to arrive.
Do you think we see her cut her hair into the old You think we see our Julie turn into the other Julie?
Yes.
Like over time, like we see that transformation, and then that Julie becomes our Julie.
100%. I would say it's great that we can call in and you don't get that on YouTube channels, including my own channel. I'm sorry that you don't.
Have me as a guest. You can always use. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you can call in right now. Somebody please put Phil's number in the thing if you want to call in and speak to him about these specific episodes while we're talking about. If you got something to say about that, don't feel bad not to call in. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you.
And I gotta check. I'm set up in a different way, so I have to make sure Tony will be able to hear you. But I'm pretty sure you can. Tony, can you just to play a stupid song that won't get you flagged for a second? Can you hear this song?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. No problem.
Cool. Okay,
What
so
happened to LMR? LMR is just no, first and foremost, she's a mom, and she's just been dealing with her family and making sure her family is right and everything is good. There's no terrible stuff. Hopefully, LMR comes back.
she'll join us at least once during the season.
Yeah,
I'm confident to say
I'm
that.
sure about that.
She usually makes maybe the mid-season or the final episode kind of vibe.
You know,
Okay.
she may be in the chat chilling. You never know. If she's in the chat chilling, she might be out there chilling. We'll give this for LMR.
So lots of love, LMR, and lots of love to Red Lipstick Club in the live chat as well.
100%.
Tony, do you think what do we think Julie does? She searches for a way to harness her newfound abilities. So does that mean is this when she goes to Randall and tries?
I would think she went Randall earlier, but maybe. And
how else would she find?
What harness? Is there a crystal that she got to put around?
Saying, is it a crystal? Does she talk to Jade? Is this where does she go to Jade, who might be able to try to help? Like he's the one you talk to, right?
Yeah, I would go to Jade if I was her. That would be it. 70 likes is not enough, man, for over 140 people. That's half. Literally half the people here.
I just for the record, I love how you just suggested a magic crystal.
Listen, I'm telling you, I go where the story goes.
Totally. I'm with you.
If we're saying this is the way to harness it, there's some type of magic crystal or something. I would think if I wanted to put it in, what I think she should do, take some LSD.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you.
If she took some LSD, I bet you that shit will harness.
I think we should do it and do a podcast. No, I'm kidding.
I think it would harness really fast. I think that's what would do it, guaranteed.
I think she needs to find an immunity idol.
The weed, right? She says she smokes weed because it stops the voices in her head, blocks them out. She gets all the voices in her head. She can't stop getting them. Only when she smokes weed, it stops. So it's a drug that's making her stop it, right? Let's always remember that's a fact. A drug is preventing that.
Yeah.
Right.
And marijuana is a hallucinogen, so maybe if she wanted to up the hallucinogen thing, that could possibly help her. I would guess it would be mushrooms, probably, just because it could grow there. It'd be easier to find there than LSD. Sarah in the last line of this one for episode 4 is first Sarah name drop. Sarah is once again tortured by the voices in her head. Poor Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah's getting a raw deal. Again, I believe the voice in the head, one of them, the main one, is Julie. I think it's going to be Julie is a voice in the head. But what are they doing? What are they asking her to do?
They still want her to kill the boy. They never followed up on that.
They never did follow up on that. What do they want her to do? And that's the whole thing with Sarah. But yeah, leave Sarah alone, man.
And when they said kill the boy, Tony, we talked about this way back in season 1, but because it never came up again, we never touched in on it again. One of the first things that we see in the early episodes, and I'm knowing this because I'm doing my rewatch and I'm still in season 1, is when we see Sarah and they're haunting her, they write on her arm, kill the boy, Jon Snow, or kill the boy, kill the boy. Are they talking about Ethan or are they talking about the boy in white?
I think they're talking about the boy in white. I think that when it came across her arm, when she looked up, Ethan was right there.
Yep, so but it's really about that little.
That's who she really immediately thought, because Ethan was there. But because they just said kill the boy. They didn't say boy in white or boy, kill the boy. She looks up, she sees Ethan, that she figures that's the boy.
Yep, I'm with you on that one, Tony. So that is our episode 4. Let's get to episode 5.
How does the season sound so far? Does it sound good? I mean, this season has to move.
It seems to be moving pretty quick.
Episodes this season's got every episode something substantial has to happen.
Ooh, this episode, season 4, episode 5, is airing on my birthday, May 17th.
Nice.
So we'll be streaming on my birthday, I guess. This isn't the week you're going to be away, is it?
I will be going on the 10th.
Okay, so actually episode 4 will be be the episode that we'll talk about that off air. We'll figure out how to work that.
No, I'll be in Florida, but I'm staying because my daughter graduates that Sunday, but I'm staying till Monday. So I'm going to stream from the room.
Oh, cool. But so We'll talk. I'll talk to you about that a little bit
Yeah.
off air, because I want to make sure of a couple things for
Okay.
your end, for your own fun and your trip.
All
Okay,
right.
so season 4, episode 5. What a long. So okay, Tony. This is confirmation. I'm going to use Tony Teflon language here. Guaranteed that Julie's taking a tripping drug, because in this episode, the episode title is "What a Long, Strange Trip It's Been,"
Mm-hmm.
which is a line from a Grateful Dead song. What a long, strange trip it's been about a cocaine.
It is that is a line. And then they got the trip in there, and they wrote this song, the Grateful Dead, because they got caught in the drug bust prior to it, and then that's what influenced them to write the song. What a long, grateful trip it's been. It's a Grateful Dead song. Everyone knows that there's 2 groups that you go out to see to take LSD, and it's Grateful Dead and Fish, and
Pink Floyd too.
And this Pink Floyd too, but those are the 2.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
People say, "Where you going to concert and taking acid?" It's the Grateful Dead.
They're the 2 most popular hippie bands of all time.
So this is guaranteed. I didn't even know this, right? It's the first time I'm hearing it. I told you that Julie needs to take some acid. She's gonna be taking some type of pills, some mushrooms in this episode. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. This is what's gonna be.
And it doesn't say that in the live description because they don't want you to know. But she's searching in the last episode. She somehow finds some hallucinogenic drug. She either finds mushrooms or finds like a little vial of acid somewhere in a.
It's gonna be the mushrooms. It'll be the mushrooms. She's taking mushrooms. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
And just for the record, too, just to confirm, Tony is blind looking at this. It's the
first time I'm hearing it. This is my live reaction to it.
Reaction. Our description is about something else, but it's interesting. So we haven't seen this guy's name in a while, and this is something that people have been wanting for a while here. It says Boyd and Jade. Yes, Boyd and Jade together set off on a desperate, mind-bending search for answers, while a food run to the settlement takes a chilling turn.
All right, so this is the Scarecrow episode when they go out there and the Scarecrow busts through the wall. That's what that's going to be. That's guaranteed. And they could be going into the tunnel together. We seen Jade in the tunnels. We didn't see Boyd. Maybe Boyd's with him.
Yeah, possibly, because Boyd could be all trying to come up with answers after the Smiley situation, and him and Jade decide to go back down into that tunnel for some reason. And yeah, the settlement, we see the payoff for those totems being moved last season, where those cabins are no longer safe.
I will have to say that. Thank you so much for Tima for enjoying the show and being the man. I will just have to say this, and this is true. The most beautiful women watch the Don Tony Teflon.
We are very lucky, Tony.
We are lucky. Look at all these beautiful women that rock with us. You know what I mean? And she just gifted a membership to someone. Thank you so. I mean, look at everything that we have. Do I have to go through them real quick? Let's go through some of these women real quick. We got beautiful Christine Jellybean. And I don't want to leave no one out, so no one's thinking about that I'm not thinking about him or anything else like that.
Wait.
I'm nervous now because and everything. We have Red Lipstick Club, beautiful women. We got all these beautiful women in here, now I'm nervous because if I don't put you on there, you're gonna think I don't think you're beautiful. Look, we got the red lipstick. Look at these women that are up on y'all screen right now. This is the only place you're gonna see this type stuff right here. All you women, even if I haven't highlighted you, I will in everything. I will as soon as I see your picture. Look at this. Boom! Look, embodying y'all cats, man. All the beautiful women are here, rocking with us. Not you, LV.
He's a handsome gentleman. Handsome gentleman.
Yes, maybe you are. I don't know.
We have a lot of handsome gentlemen in the live.
I can't call that, brother. I'm just saying for your.
I'll make that call. He's a handsome gentleman.
And all of that. Look, not you either, Danny Boy.
And Cap, we have a lot of good AI in here too.
Or Belgium.
They say Trip like 20 times in the show, and I fact checked it with Tara and Matthew. Everyone was on one last trip. The premiere is Bicycle Day, the key to knowledge psychedelics. So Debbie is on board as well with the tripping logic, Tony.
Yeah, listen, I put it in my other video, my last video that I had on there, right, and everything else, and y'all heard it, and I put it there. I told you that specifically, Miranda didn't start hearing anything until she took that last hit of acid. It was that last hit of acid that they took going down memory lane that all of a sudden sparked all this shit coming in her brain.
Yep.
That's undeniable. That's what was said in the show. I'm not here to argue that. And when you start talking about hallucinogenics causing this, it's going to lead you away from the supernatural. And we shall see.
So that is our episode 4. We have one more description to go over, and then we do have the rest of the episode titles. So this goes to it's our last episode title that we episode description that we have. Season 4, episode 6. The heart is a lonely hunter. Oh, it's sad. Boyd and Jade find themselves at odds over whether or not they can trust the knowledge in Jade's head. And let's pick that part because it's two different things. Boyd and Jade find themselves at odds over whether or not they can trust the knowledge in Jade's head. Somewhere on Boyd and Jade's mission, they come to a point where they're trying to figure something out, and Jade goes back in time and remembers something.
He remembers something at that
and Boyd is questioned. You're telling me you went on some spirit brain journey, and I'm supposed to buy everything you have to say right now? And they get into a little bit of a disagreement.
100%. That's exactly what's going on.
That's my call on that one. You agree with that, Tony?
I agree 100%. That's exactly what happened.
And what do you think on this one? Deeply troubling news from the settlement makes its way back to town. So a lot of What do you think of that one?
That means someone died at the settlement.
Totally. Someone's fucking died. I'm sorry to give you an underhand.
Someone's dying at the settlement. Most likely it's going to be Ellis.
Ooh.
Ellis got to go.
He's on our death pool, and we'll do that next week. Maybe we'll do our our actual death pool where we pick people to die.
He's got to go, and this is the death of Ellis right there. That's the troubling news.
Tony, do you want to do it in a fun way where you and I are kind of competing, where we flip a coin to decide who drafts pick, and we do a draft pick where you and I are each drafting people to die? Okay, well, let's do it. Let's do it that way. So we can't double up. We can't say, only one of us.
Yes, I got you. No doubt. We'll
do like a death fantasy draft between the two of us. We'll bet a buck. We'll Venmo each other. But I can't afford. I can afford a buck on a bet.
No doubt about it. No doubt. I'm with it doing it that way.
Cool. We'll do that next week.
We have over 160 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for your boy. It's the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. The Familia. We are here rocking with you and chilling with you. And we're here every week, like 3 days a week, 4 days a week. We're here. We'll be here before the show. We'll be here after the show. When it appears on Sunday, we are your spot to call in and talk to us. This is the #1 show for the fans, by the fans, on the Familia. Hit that thumbs up for your boys. All right, let's continue.
And just to go to the title here, the heart is a lonely hunter. This is my read on that one. Whatever Jade is remembering has to do with his heart and his connection, or I don't know. What do you think about that? The heart is a lonely.
That's the end. That's the end of the synopsis that we got.
That's the final 4 episodes, or yeah.
No. So what's the whole thing say for the last?
Boyd and Jade find themselves at odds over whether or not they can trust the knowledge in Jade's head.
That's it.
And then deeply troubling news from the settlement makes its way back to town.
So that's not a lot. It only specifically talk about Jade and settlement. We know that the heart is a lonely hunter.
And after this point, all we have is from this to the end of the season's episode titles. They stopped giving descriptions after this point because probably everything is a spoiler.
It says, and the heart is only hunting 1940s is Carson Mulligan's prestigious debut novel about
smart audience too, Tony.
We do about profound loneliness and the human need for connection in the 1930s Georgia Mill.
Interesting.
So it's more about connection, loneliness in there, and everything. I would about loneliness and the need for human connection. Jade and them get into a fight, human connection.
And let's look back to the last episode for a second too. Episode 5 was Boyd and Jade set off on a desperate mission, mind-bending search for answers. Food run to the settlement takes a chilling. So okay, it seems like 5 and 6 are like a two-parter essentially.
Yeah, the two-parter seems like they're gonna continue right from that. Whatever happens from that, and then Jade, something's going crazy.
There's going to be a cliffhanger of some sort, 5 into 6, and it's going to be someone big. You're right, Tony. It's probably the death of Ellis or someone big dies at the settlement.
It's got to do something to break Boyd's back.
Do you know what's cool too? We finally have I've been calling that place the Cabins. We finally have a name for it, the Settlement. I didn't know it was called the Settlement, so I guess now we have it. Like
that's because us fans called it the New Settlement, and now they just adopted it.
It seems like that.
Listen, this is what happened. Just like we called this Fromville. We called this place Fromville. They didn't make up Fromville. We called it Fromville, and then they adopted it and started calling it Fromville.
I know we're Frumelia, but also the fans kind of started the Frumley thing too.
Yeah. We said the fans did start the Frumley. I started the familiar thing with Phil and them, and then we did get the shout out from my girlfriend over here on the red carpet, and she said, "What up to the familiar on the red carpet about it?" So she got love for the Don and Phil, but more for me.
Of course. Me and her are more like brother and sister.
You goddamn right you are.
She's introducing me to
Tabitha. Not no Lannisters either.
No, she's introducing me to Tabitha and Christy. Okay, so let's continue. We got episode 7 is called The Best Laid Plans. And we don't have a description in this one, but it's called The Best Laid Plans, which means the start of
the best laid, LAD.
Yeah, get it. Like what you want to do with the cost, the best laid plan.
So this has to be a situation where I would say Boyd comes around to whatever Jade said, and then they said we're gonna make a plan. Maybe this is the plan to catch the monster. That they bag a monster up. Boyd already said he wanted to do that with Ellis. Ellis is dead now, so now he's like, "Fuck it, I want to capture one of these motherfuckers." Mm-hmm. That's what they make it seem like to me.
Yeah, and of course, as somebody said, Jonesy says in the live chat, best laid plans of mice and men this is a complete quote from. I don't know if the next episode is titled Mice and Men. That would be interesting. But no, I'm sorry. I was just going to read the description. This is the description for the rest of the episode. The residents of a small town search for a way out when unknown forces keep them from leaving. Yeah, that's about right. That's like the AI description of what this thing is. Okay, so episode 7 is, we won't waste too much time on just the episode title. Best laid plans for episode 7. Episode 8 is called Heavy is the Head.
All right, so that's a reference from Heavy is the Head that wears the crown.
This is Boyd leaving town. Yeah, Boyd.
And this could be either Boyd leaves or he's already had to leave earlier, and now Kenny and them are dealing with the consequences of what it really means to lead.
That's a good point. I was thinking it was the episode that maybe Boyd leaves, but you're right. It's probably the episode where Kenny and Acosta realize that how hard it is to lead without Boyd. And they go back to the settlement to try to get Boyd to come back, or they're like, we can't handle this on our own.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah, that's a good call, Tony, there. Okay, so next one is episode 9, The Calm Before. So Calm Before the Storm. Yeah. So it's whatever big setup for a finale episode. Could this be
set up? I mean, listen, are we talking the flood before? Are we going to get a flood in the last episode? Maybe that's the case. I think we're there before or the Man in Yellow. Like they know something. It would have to be to the point where now they know something's going to happen.
Yeah.
They know, or they're going to do something that's going to set something off, and they know that it's going to set it off, and they know like they're gearing up right before, like, all right, we got to do this. It's gonna, when we do this, there's no turning back.
Tony, that's a really good point, because
we're gonna hug each other, we're gonna kiss each other, because this is what it's gonna be. It's one or the other.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because if it was usually the calm before the storm, at least in situations I've seen it in television shows and movies, it means like right before, like in the Two Towers, before the whole episode of Game of Thrones, before the Long Night episode.
Yep.
It's like they know the thing is coming, and they're preparing for whatever the big thing is. So it's preparing for some big battle of some sort. Or it could, I mean, we're getting into more of a generalized thing. It could be a Julie plan, like her big plan. She's tripped. She has her time travel plan, and she's gonna like really work to try to fuck with the man yellow in this situation or something too. It could be something
like a setup, like Randall tried to do with Donna. We're gonna put some bait out there, and this time we're gonna follow through with it.
Absolutely. And our season finale episode is called "If a Tree Falls in the Forest, Does It Make a Sound?" It doesn't say, but it's ... So that's...
I mean, listen, it sounds like Kenny's gonna chop down the faraway tree.
You've been talking about that a few times in our lead up to this season about the faraway tree being destroyed in some ways. So this definitely leans into that.
I would say Kenny's gonna chop it down. You already seen him with the axe. He's the man to do it. We've seen Victor attempted. He stopped. Kenny gonna chop the faraway tree down, and this is when it exposes everything, that it ain't really a fucking tree. And then y'all will come back here in the beginning of next season, and all these other YouTubers will all be like, "It's science, man. I told you it was science."
So you're saying when Kenny tries to chop it,
and everything else come out that motherfucker, and you see it's a simulation and all that shit, let everyone jump on the bandwagon and say, "I always thought that Teflon was on the rich."
We'll be getting a lot of invites then, Tony. So you're saying at the end of the season, possibly that Kenny goes to try to destroy a tree, and it ends up being made out of metal.
It's good. Then it'll expose exactly what it is once it's knocked down. It'll all be exposed. Once that's done, and then the last season, the cat's out the bag, and then that's it, and it's gonna go through what it is, and that'll be the thing that exposes the cat out the bag. That what's going on here. You chop down. There's a reason why the boy in white said, "No, don't do that," right? Because that would expose everything. He chops down that faraway tree, and you're gonna see it. There ain't no fucking magic in this motherfucker, and that's it. And I'm willing to bet on it. You know what I mean? So I'm willing to bet on it.
I mean, you have.
Yeah, I have.
You literally have with a member of the cast, Tony.
We got the great Doug Hugh.
That's what I'm saying.
Bet with him, and I have a bet with
the chat.
All of you in the chat.
And don't you have a bet with Taryn too? I forget what it is, but I think you have.
Taryn already lost to me. He's already did what he had to do. He already fulfilled his end.
I thought you guys the last time when they were on, I thought you guys made another bet, but
he already lost. I think I did make a second bet with Taryn because he already lost. I had to give him a chance to redeem, so he already lost.
I believe you guys made another. I'm sure he remembers because he doesn't drink in these streams. I'm sure he remembers.
He must remember. But yeah, I did. I think I did. I already defeated Taryn one. You know what I mean? And everything else. What's going on from Florida? Who's repping from Florida here? Nadia is repping from Florida. What is this in this picture, Nadia?
Flowers, right?
It's some flowers. Is it what's going on there with this picture? Is it a headpiece of flowers? What is this? I need to know.
It's a lovely display.
It is. I need to know. Who is this saying? Someone screaming, Carl? Carl, get back in here! I think
people want you to eat the chip more than they want you to be wrong.
All right. Listen.
Yeah, look, we got super chatters. I just want to say, put the super chat on there. Let me put the shit on the screen. Well, yeah, there it is. Can't wait for that chip. Just in case people, if they could have you eat that chip and it be aliens, I think people would be on your side, Tony. They just want to see you eat the chip.
Let me explain what it is. This is what you call the Muhammad Ali complex. That's who I am, right? Let me explain to you why I call it the Muhammad Ali complex.
Good comparison.
Right. Muhammad Ali, in the beginning, everyone hated him. Why? Because they said his mouth was too big. He was known as the Louisville Lip, right? That's when he was going his Cassius Clay. And then when he refused to go to the Vietnam War, everyone said he was anti-American When he said, "Ain't no Viacom ever called me the N-word, I'm not going there." In the height of his career and everything, they all hated him. Everyone wanted to see him lose. And Joe Frazier, in essence, became the white man's champion who would shut down and beat this Muhammad Ali. And he actually did beat Muhammad Ali that first fight back when Muhammad Ali was rusty and everything. And that's who he was. But when it was all said and
you
done,
lost twice.
when it was all said and done, Muhammad Ali was on the right side of history, and Muhammad Ali became the hero that he should have always been, and the national treasure that he was always should have been. But he stuck to his guns at the time when he was doing it. He was one of the most hated people. People watch his fights just to see him lose. And that's what's going on here with me. Y'all watches, you want to see me eat the chip. You want to see when y'all should be treating me, but it's not going to happen until after it's over. And then you'll respect the Don for what he did and stuck up for everything else. Then all of a sudden, then you will be back like Tony Teflon was a Don. He called this shit, and this is what it ended up being and everything else. That's what's going to be.
You guys are a bunch of failings. It always was the aliens. It's going to happen, you know?
We'll see.
Go down in 3. It's the aliens for me. Oh my goodness.
You'll see. You'll see. You'll see it all and everything.
And in Black is like, all I hear is a word salad. All I hear is Tony eating the chip.
Yeah, that's all they want to hear. And a lot of people wanted to see Floyd Mayweather get beat too, but you never seen it. You never seen it. You never seen it. It's funny when I say these things. Here's another beautiful woman I didn't get a chance to highlight. Let me highlight Tamika's done. Another beautiful woman in the chat. You know, people, and we got people say, "Oh, no aliens." Y'all, from Christine to Jelly Bean, no aliens. Listen. Y'all are confusing what the word alien actually means, and you're moving the goalposts on what aliens actually are. All right, that's what you're doing. An alien is anything that is not from the planet Earth, this planet Earth. It could be a person who looks like a human being from a different dimension, an alternate dimension. They're aliens. So always understand that. I know y'all want to put it to the point, and you want to think it's some ET shit or anything else like that, when it's just going to be some scientists from a parallel universe running this whole thing. And that is an alien, as dictionary definition puts it. You will see what's going on. Oh my God! Look at this! Look at this!
Making it rain in the live chat.
Making it rain from Fatima. For Fatima, I'm so sorry. What a beautiful head of hair on this woman too. Gorgeous. Reminds me of my daughter's hair when it grown out and everything like that. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. That's right. Aliens can be from alternate universe, distant dimensions. We meet to get our sci-fi terms right. Aliens, exactly. They are. It's anything. Go look it up. Go look up Webster's Dictionary, and you'll see what an alien is defined as. And then we'll get back to it. And then we'll see.
Computer, what's the definition of an alien?
Alien can mean a few things. It's often used to describe a creature from outer space, but it can also refer to a foreigner or someone who's been estranged.
Okay, yeah. So it's anyone that's not from the original place.
That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is.
That's a good way to think about it.
A computer, stop.
Yeah, a computer said that's a good way to think about it.
She was listening to us, Tony. She was a part of it.
Does she want to join the stream? We can put her on.
She does. Hey, computer, you want to play? No, let's play trivia later. Computer, shut up.
We can put
At the end, we can play a round of trivia, Tony.
All right, let's go through it real quick. Again, the phone lines are open. Phil, when we listen to those 10 episodes,
yes,
that of this next season coming up, which we believe is the penultimate season, it's going to end the season after. Did we hear enough that says that this season is going to be the best season that we've gotten so far?
That's an interesting question because I think the answer is I didn't hear enough, so that makes me excited. Like I think they left the parts that they left out, I think, are the important parts. And I do think they set things up for a bloodbath. They set things up. Okay, two things. First, Tony, what do you think? Do you think I think they need to end this season Empire Strikes Back-y. And what I mean by that is on a major down note. They can't win this season, Tony. If next season really is the last one, they can't win.
No, it has to look dire for them.
Absolutely.
Or they do the Kenny Tree shit, and then they finally
a whole new world.
What's exactly going on?
Yeah, it's a whole new world.
Yeah, and they exactly like this is now we could take this and fight. And now the fact that they figured out these people have to come at them with full force because they figured it out. It would have to be a situation like that.
So you think it might end on, it might be a really dark season in the way that the Man in Yellow is kicking their ass all season and Smiley's kicking their ass all season, but at the end it ends on some sort of high note?
Yes. Percy, I love you. We'll get back to that. You can call it It's Earth, just a different time and dimension. That makes it not Earth, right? So if you have an Earth here and there's a parallel Earth here, then that is two different timelines. That
so
is
in like the Marvel thing when there's
two different dimensions. Yeah, you could have Captain America fighting this Captain America, this Loki fighting this Loki. Now, if you're saying that it's one, if the people are going back into time on the same exact timeline, then yes, 100%, that is just Earth. That is the planet of Earth. And if it's just people from the future who are doing this and they're not in an alternate dimension, then I will say that that is not aliens. They originated from this planet. And I would eat the chip for that.
That is
right. I want to be clear.
No, and I mean, we're gonna work with the audience and myself, since I'm an impartial judge, and we'll figure out, like, Tony's not gonna slip through here.
No, I'm not trying to get out of it.
Yeah, people. So, and I've seen that in a couple of chats. That's why I'm commenting on it, so you don't have to. Tony's not trying to slip out of this. He has a clear definition of what he's saying is aliens. We'll all decide, and if we have to, we'll bring it to a damn vote. And you guys will have a say in it as well. We'll decide when this is all said and done at the end of next season if Tony is right or Tony is wrong.
I will be right.
This isn't like a kangaroo that would kick Tony's ass.
I'm even more confident now after hearing that stuff, especially the great.
No, Tony, are you more confident?
I know I'm right. I'm so right.
After hearing all these episode titles, are you more confident?
100%. The Grateful Dead shit just almost locks it in. And then the last thing in the last episode, that will you hear a tree fall? That's obviously a faraway tree being knocked down. And what's going to happen when it gets knocked down? I'm telling you, it's going to get knocked down. There's not going to be a puff of magic smoke coming out of this. It's not Puff the Magic Dragon.
This isn't what's going on in my apartment right now.
No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be mechanical shit all up in this motherfucker, or you're going to see some type of glitch when it's all of a sudden. That's what's going to happen.
And let's read this super chat. Maybe I'm looking too much into this. And thank you so much for the super chat. Super helpful, whether it's Tony, my channel, everyone. These super chats help us more than you fucking know. Maybe I'm looking too much into this, but Donna always having those hands in her pockets. Like she's used them being in the pockets of a lab coat. Yeah, like she's used to having them in the pockets of a lab coat. And this is one of those things at the beginning of the show, Tony put an interesting topic out there, which is what is something that we always talk about the different theories, different thoughts, but what are the theories, what are the thoughts, or in the From universe that we all can agree on? And one of the main things that we think we all can agree on is there's something shady like that about Donna putting the damn hands in her pocket. Ooh, we've got our first call of the evening. It's from We So Brooklyn. Let me get this call going on. I wrote your number down so I know actually who's calling. So welcome to the show, We So Brooklyn. You don't have to go through the whole like what's your
Thank
name.
You so much. Is this Phil?
Yeah, this is Phil, and Tony's on the air too. If you can hear it. Tony, talk just so I want to make sure she can hear you.
What's going on?
Can you hear Tony all right?
Hey.
Perfect.
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
Awesome. Tony, I have to go on record to say I'm with you. It is medical science and engineering. There's no magic. There's no other dimensions. All medical science and engineering. I have to go on record. I'm going with you on this one.
I'm glad that you are on record with the Don. You will not be disappointed doing that. I promise you. We got this. We got this. We got this.
And then the next thing is, did you guys realize that the way they got in and the way they got out to get out is at the bottom right-hand corner of the map? And it matches up with how you see Jim and his family come in the very first episode at the 9.57 mark. When you see them come in that RV, you can match it directly up with the corner right hand of the map where that arrow and that spiral is. They go into the spiral instead of going into the arrow. Aha. I have so many other theories, but I'm gonna give people who other people want to call sometime. But yeah, definitely medical science.
I agree with you.
So so it being medical science, do we think that Christy could be very beneficial in the end game of all of this?
I think Christy is on the fence. I'm kind of on the fence with Christy. I know Donna is dirty. Christy is not showing her whole hand, I don't think.
Interesting.
You just listen. This is what New York City does, right? I'm representing Queens. She was raised out in Brooklyn. We see it when you have this level of street smarts. You see this shit.
Yeah.
That the average person who ain't grown up in the city.
Listen, I'm so deep into this. It's ridiculous. You can actually see who's doing what by the color of the clothing that they're wearing. Not just the yellow man, the man in yellow and the boy in white. If you watch because I had to go back and just binge everything. If you watch every outfit they have on, you will see what role they're playing. And Donna is definitely dirty.
She is dirty. I promise.
Yeah. She may even be the next one. Well, she's definitely going on my vote for the next one to get it. She's definitely
because the man in yellow's there to kill Donna. That's why she's so afraid. Oh, Donna, boy, I need a hug.
Exactly.
She fucked up. She allowed these people to get too far out, and now they're coming to kill her.
Coming for the mafia hit.
Just like you said, she didn't put those crocodile tears on until she knew her ass was toast. Just like you said. You didn't see any emotion from her until shit got out of hand. And she knew that.
Ooh, Joyce in the live chat says, I will eat my hat if Donna is dirty. You better be prepared to send a live video. Joyce in the live chat. For some reason,
by episode 3, we'll see Donna for who she is, I bet.
Tony, for some reason, YouTube blocked it, and I approved the comment, but she said, I will eat the hat if Donna is dirty.
Get your salt and pepper ready, baby.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper ready.
Bella says, me too. Bella's on that board.
Bella too. Bella, I would love to see it live on camera. And listen, y'all ain't got to eat your hat. I'll just say this. Y'all can eat a chip on stream. You ain't got to eat the hat.
I think chip is the punishment. Chip is our official punishment.
You can eat a chip too, but you got to come on stream and do it, just like I'm willing to do it. Do we have confirmation of
Joyce says, I will live stream eating a hat if Donna is dirty.
No. I want you to come on this stream and eat a chip. That's what I'm saying. You're going to eat the chip. Look at this. I eat my hat. No one eat no damn hat. Everyone know that shit.
Well, you could get like a fruit roll-up hat. You know, how do you know what kind of hat it is? I'll eat a hat too.
I'll eat a crow. No, you won't, motherfucker. Come on. Let's eat the chip.
One last thing, guys. The boy in white is Smiley. That's the last thing I'm gonna give you.
Wait, the
boy in white is Smiley. And how we know is, well, 2 different ways. Victor tells his father, when his father gets there and he's waiting in his room and he's fiddling around with this red truck, he says, "Who does this belong to?" He's like, "That was my friend's. His mom got it for him." And that's another thing. They all have some kind of sickness or illness in common. But Victor told his dad, "That belonged to my friend. His mom got it for him when he was sick because she knew it would make him smile."
Ooh.
That's clue number one. Victor and Smiley have been rocking since the massacre. That's why Victor knows it in and out, because Smiley has been taking him in and out. And all of those pictures weren't drawn by Victor. They were drawn by, the majority were drawn by Smiley because he's been in and out. And so that's how Victor knows how to do it. Some of those are even Eloise's drawings when she was there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've had enough.
I've had enough. I've had
You
enough.
guys have a good one. I'm waiting for
You're amazing. I've had enough. I've had enough. That's the funniest thing I've heard in my life. I've had enough.
Doug, you're gonna be eating chips with dip, please.
Let Doug know. Let him know.
Okay.
Let Doug know.
Oh my goodness. Amazing
And
call.
Doug, please tell your cast who's ever doing the wardrobe, they deserve Oscars all around, because to tell the story, I'm not even going to confess this, but I watched it on mute and just watched the wardrobe tell the story. If you know what the colors are expressing. This series is so dope. I'm not even going to give it away what each color is expressing, because I want everybody to find it for themselves. But Doug, kudos to the wardrobe people and the set design as well, because the set design behind the characters who's speaking is also telling a story.
100%. So Brooklyn, thank you for rocking with the Dime and Phil.
All right, guys.
Great
Y'all
call.
have a great night.
Great call.
I'll catch you on the next one.
Can't wait.
All right.
Cracking me up tonight.
We have over 170 people rocking with the Don Tony Teflon Phil the Issues Guy. This is the #1 from show for the fans by the fans. It's also the most entertaining from show out of all of them. This is the one that you want to be at. This is one we get busy on, right? And everything else. And we talked about the episode titles. We went through them. They've been released. So it's no spoilers, no nothing. And when everything else, Phil, I'm going to need you to hold it down for a second. I have to handle it. I'm just going to take me like 5 minutes. I have to run outside.
I'm gonna try not to use the next 5 minutes to talk about Survivor, but at the end of the stream.
But please, people, call Philip up and keep him busy. I'm taking like 5 minutes.
Did you just call me Philip? Whoa, I think
call Phil up.
Oh, okay. But that's fine. You can call me Philip sometimes. But it's just the way you said call Phil up. It definitely sounded like Philip.
Hey, listen, you could put the number in for Doug if he wants to get him.
I will.
He can rock with you. He can rock with you.
Thank you, Antonio. It's interesting. Let's get in the live chat. And the role of the man in yellow is brilliantly played by his wardrobe. Survivor 50, baby, in the hands of the fans. Daryl, at the end of this stream, I'm going to ask Tony for 5 minutes for me and him to talk about Survivor, because there's a couple of things that we need to talk about. Let me take all this stuff off the screen, and you guys can see yourselves on the chat. Let me go to this for right now. And when Tony goes, oh my goodness, here I am. You don't want to see all this stuff. You guys can all call me Philip the Tissues Guy, whatever you want. But get your questions. And if you want to call in, the phone number is 781-990-8509. We're going to have it set up soon, too, so you can call us through Discord for people that aren't in the U.S. to save charges. I'll have it set up so you guys can call that. I could probably even do it now if you wanted, but we'll have that set up definitely during the season. He said the woman brought the truck. Let's see. Let's read the chat. Let's see. Oh, Philip, you have a nice. Oh, Joyce, you're amazingly sweet to me today. That is incredible. Phil, if you start talking, I will not then, Doug. That's if that is your ultimatum right now, I am going to choose to have you stay and shut the living bleep up about any of that stuff. It is Phil's time. Excellent party time. The dragon. What are we talking about here? Philip. Don't talk about that. So we did have the episode titles tonight, and I'm pretty sure I hesitate to ask Doug if they were legit, but they were released on Rotten Tomatoes today, so it seems like they are legit in the descriptions. It sets up the beginning of the season for a lot of catching up, initially meeting our new people. We didn't hear anything more about the new people in the episode descriptions, so it does open the door for a lot of interesting aspects. We didn't really hear much about the man in yellow in the descriptions either. So you guys are incredible. Yeah, I am. It's stealth like us right now. We can go. Hotel California and From shares a deep set of parallels. Let's see what this has to say. Share a deep set of parallels. Both are strangely perfect place that entraps people. It's an inescapable humor. The song lyrics and metaphors line up almost beat for beat. What is cool about From is it has really, as much as the cinematography and the acting and the storyline has engaged people, I think especially if you watch from the beginning, the music and the choice of the sound design and all of that stuff. Someone was talking about the costumes too. It's those undersold aspects of shows that just add so much texture to the situation. And the sound design in this show, the mixtures of the whole jukebox thing with them playing at where there's no control over it. It's not like Tony's starting to play Don't Stop Believin' on The Sopranos, or I was going to just try to make a random Star Trek reference, but I did it. So absolute thank you, Doug. I will not ask you any questions. That was not my intention. Maybe the song will play in the jukebox. Yeah, that's what I was just going for. Maybe we might see a Hotel California play on the jukebox, because that is interesting about the music and matching all that up. Along with summaries, are there summaries or just teasers? There's just summaries of different episodes of the season. I can bring them back up for people that haven't seen it yet. Oh no, here we go. Apparently this stuff is true. Episode 10 is called If a Tree Falls in the Forest. Episode 8 is called Heavy is the Head. I don't know 9. I don't know if I didn't click 9 accidentally. Episode 7 is Best Laid Plans. And this is where we get into some of our descriptions. Episode 6, episode 5. I'm going to hesitate to reread all this stuff, but it is out there on if you want to look now. The descriptions of the first 6 episodes and the titles of the entire season have been released at this point. Phil, is there really a bookmark from Jeremiah? What's the people on Star Trek episode Darmok who speak in parables? Doug, you remind me of one of those, except you speak in dad jokes. You made Darmok of the when the bells came, or that sort of stuff. From is addicting. I've watched it so many times, it never drags. It is a show like that really invites multiple watches. And that's the cool thing about this show. It isn't on one of the big streaming platforms, although you can, get it and sign up for it with Amazon now. It really was just people like Tony, word of mouth, all you fans getting into it, and the nature of the show that has such an addictive quality that inspires discussion and people analyzing it. It's really fun. It's a comfort show. It fills in a lot of gaps there aren't a lot of shows, even the good shows, that spark so much discussion and so much theory crafting. And also, I'm not just saying this because Doug's in here. Let's just say everyone besides Doug, because I don't want to say this because Doug's just here, but no, even we got a freaking cast member here engaging with the audience. That stuff adds up, and it's not just Doug. Everyone in this cast really does an amazing job kind of delivering this show and being really engaged in it. It's in the vibe of the cast, the way they present themselves in interviews and stuff, gives me like a theater troupe vibe more than just people that are just working on a show together sometimes. And that stuff is captivating and almost grabs you and comes through the screen. And I think that's part of what's just engaging about the show. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Back to the Hotel California. Quentin says, let me read here so I can bring this stuff on the screen. So Quentin says, Phil, do you think the tree that they pass by when they go to town is cut down the firewood tree? Tony was talking about that he thinks maybe the season ends with Kenny trying to chop down that tree and figures out that he can't because it might be made of some sort of different substance or might end up being difficult to destroy. So I do think we've introduced that earlier, so I do think we'll get back to that. Darmok and Picard, Shakar when the walls fall. They do. Darmok when the walls fall. Shakar when the walls fall. Non-Star Trek people are like, what the fuck am I watching? Oh, Debbie, you are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm monopolizing the chat with random Star Trek references. Doug is the man, and he is not just the man, he's the man in yellow. Sorry. Kerplok. Dexter. Okay. So yeah, I couldn't hang in Star Trek. I fell asleep as a child. That's perfect. Now you know what you can put on when you watch. That's one of those things with certain shows. Certain shows you can know that they're good, but not necessarily get them. Something like From also, as we said, has that kind of addictive quality to a certain extent. Kerpla. Today is a good day to die. That's not. I didn't say that in Klingon, but if you really wanted me to get really bad, I could start speaking a little Klingon, but I'm not going to do that right now. And I'll start quoting rules of acquisition and shit. My mom used to watch it. You guys are so trying to get me to go on rants right now. I love Lower Decks is an amazing show. And so going into this season, people are saying stupid stuff that has nothing to do with theories of the show. I absolutely that's why I'm trying to hook this back into certain theories. We were talking earlier, too deep for you to come up with some theories and thoughts that everyone can actually agree on. It's tough. It's tough. Everyone has different opinions about the show, and I think again that's part of the fun of it. But it's easier to sometimes break something down if we can kind of point out what we all can agree things are or that they aren't right now. There are shows that I don't like, but I know are good, but I don't like them because they're just not for me. That's how I feel as well. There are certain shows that I have weird associations with, that you watch them in the wrong time period or the wrong mindset, and it might not hook into you. It's the same thing with stories or music, or certain songs have certain associations. Dad jokes, that's only because I can't share the kind of jokes I really like on that. Listen, I'm a cow. I say moo. I taste great on the barbecue. I'm sorry, I'm milking the cow jokes. And I'm being utterly ridiculous. I'll stop now. I think for whatever it's worth, baby girl, I think who's to say if it will be good or not, but I think they're making another season of the X-Files right now. But we'll see where that goes. How now, brown cow? We can all agree that From is one of the best shows airing right now. I think we can, if we're all here an hour and a half in watching a show that we were breaking down titles and episode descriptions of a show that's coming up in a couple of weeks, I can think that most of us definitely can jump on board with that. It's definitely one of the best shows on television right now, and one of the more captivating as well. Oh my goodness. Yes to soap operas. We got Tony who's back. Let's get Tony back in the live stream. People are sick of hearing from me, Tony. You know,
I don't believe that whatsoever, Phil.
I was struggling not to talk about Star Trek the whole time, Tony.
They have a lot of things in common with Star Trek, this show. So
yeah, we're going sci-fi, and Star Trek also does mix in a few, things that could be looked at in a magical way that later get described as science. There's a whole episode on Star Trek that makes reference to a point that you often make about science. Magic is science that isn't invented yet. There's a character, Ardra, on an episode that plays sort of like a devil for the planet, Tony.
Mhm.
And it's just someone that learned about the history, like read the books, and then showed up on the planet and started pretending with technology to be the devil, and everyone on the planet thought that she was this magic creature. Then Picard shows up and goes, "Fuck you, you're a con person," and comes in there and proves to people on the planet that he can do everything that Ardra can do with his, beaming technology, and proves that every piece of magic that she did was actually came from science. I forget the name of that episode, but
100%.
that was a definitely situation. Thank you, Christina Jellybean, and all of you people. You were amazing. If you want more of that nonsense, subscribe to Filthy Issues Guy, where
100%
I'm annoying all the time.
To Phil the Issues Guy channel.
Thank
You should already be subscribed to Phil the Issues Guy's channel. It should already be a done deal. Like there's no reason for you not to be, and you should already have done that.
You can just click on my name in the chat and then just subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna say hi. Hi. Say hi. There we go. Hi. See, all you just click on my name and you can subscribe to me. Just
there you go. So where are we at right now?
Well, we're at a phone call. So area code 815. Area code 815. Perfect timing. What's your name, where you calling from, and what you got for us?
Hi, Tony. How Fearless, Fatima.
Oh, hey, Fatima.
What's going on?
I gotta save your number.
So I have a question about Randall. So I feel like Randall kind of knew something was going to happen to Jim, because I think it was like the episode 9 when he went down there to ask him what was he doing in the woods with Julie, and Randall was like, kind of told him like, you want to do something for your daughter, go take her, teach her how to drive. And it was kind of just like him telling him like, spend time with her or your family because you don't have that much time left with them. And it was kind of like he kind of knew what was coming for him. And so Jim was like, yeah, whatever. And then that's when he took Ethan out there to the trailer and had that little one-on-one with him. And I think after, because once Randall said that, I think he kind of got to thinking like, damn, maybe I don't. So I think Randall, with everything that's going on in his head, I think he can kind of see what's coming for the town. But because he's so antisocial, he's not, of course, nobody's talking to anyone and nobody's telling anybody anything.
Nope.
So he hasn't really said much.
100%. I think that Randall has seen whatever he's seen. And obviously we've seen Randall say, listen, there's worse things than death. Right. And when you look at it, like, what could be worse than death? But whatever he's seen is worse than dying. Like, he'd rather die than go through that. In fact, when he had this, Cicadius bothering him, he's willing to put the electric right to his brain and off himself, right, and lobotomize himself electrically to get rid of those charges that keep going into his brain and stuff. So he might have seen something there that he knows is coming for all of them, and he might have said, "Listen, just spend that time, be a dad. Actually, just be a dad to your children and do the things that dads are supposed to do." Like, that's a big thing. Teaching the kids how to drive is a big thing for parents to do. I remember I taught my daughter how to drive. I remember her getting in my car, and I remember learning how to drive. And I remember there was 2 big sand piles, and I took her and I said, I want you to do figure 8s around these sand piles, just in case she crashed. It was just a sand pile. And I was like, I want you to learn how to do the figure 8s. I'm not worried about you going straight down the road. Just learn how the wheel works and do figure 8s, and then speed up and learn how it feels when you take a turn and how that feels and everything else. And she's a very good driver to this day. So I think that's what Randall was about when he talked about all that.
Exactly. And then for everyone who is just doubting that Donna is the mole, whatever we want to call her, but there's also a scene, one, after she found out that Fatima was the one who killed Tilly, when she went back to the house and she was looking around, that's when she kind of realized that she had been caught up in it too much. I think that's why her breakdown was like, I'm not going to say anything, but she literally felt like she had been caught up in this whole getting to know these people, being around them, and kind of like getting too close to them in a way that everything has been going off the rails without her noticing. And then another thing is that she came back to the house when they were about to torture Elgin.
Mm-hmm.
And Boyd even asked her, "What are you even doing here? Why are you not out looking for Fatima?" And she just said, "Oh, I came back to check." Check what? Like, so it's just so strange. Like, she's always right there when she's not supposed to be. And for her to come pop back up at that house right when Boyd is about to go torture Elgin, it is just, she knew what was going down. She just knew.
It's going to go off with her. I'm very confident in that fact. You know what I mean? Without a shadow of a doubt, that's always going to roll with her. And it's to me, it's like I don't know how people don't see it like to this point. Like it's so obvious, and they're being very heavy-handed with it. And I understand that the way they're trying to work it, like they're trying to give workarounds for it and stuff. But it's obvious of what she's doing.
That's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Oh my God, look at this, Phil. We have a monumental moment here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You see that? Right?
People timestamp this. Oh my goodness.
Doug, you agrees to Don Tony Teflon. Let's Doug, you on the same page. You got it, baby. You got it. Even though you put the I in there, you know, we'll allow it slide and let that slide. You know, the I is like
Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, the I is more than no, maybe it's different countries, but in the United States, like the I is for like women. When you have like women named Tony, you put the I in there. You know, that's the way it's spelled. But we'll say that's just a miscommunication of nations and stuff. But Doug is right on that one right there. That Doug agrees with Don. I'll hold the glass up. Now I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna drink some of this Hennessy because Doug agreeing with Don on that situation.
It's worth it.
On the prior situation, not the last one. Was the prior one.
I will toast you with vodka. Toast.
Oh, that is gone.
Ooh.
My Hennessy.
Oh, thank you. We do appreciate that more than you know, my friend.
We really truly do. We try to come out here, and not only do we just try to give you facts and have a good time and talk about the show that we all love, and in the end, we love this show. It's our favorite show on television at this particular time. We love the show. But then when we try to do that, we try to be entertaining for you. We try to entertain you and keep you laughing, keep you happy, make sure you're engaged. We try to do all that stuff. And when I say we're the best who does this, it's because I actually feel that we are. I don't do that to disparage anybody else. I think they all do it in their own way. And I think they're good at what they do in their own way. But
again, we're lucky. There's a lot of really good folks out there. The audience is lucky. There's a lot of people making a lot of good stuff, but you're the top, you know, come on.
Yeah, we're the top. We're the top. We're the top of the heat. We're the top of the heat. We're the top right there. We're the NBA. You know what I mean? And there's other teams in the NBA, but not everybody is the Bulls.
Yeah, we're the Celtics. We're the Celtics. we have the most championships. We're the Celtics. You say it, Tony. Say we're the Celtics. No.
I'll never say that. I'll never say that at all. I didn't do that. It was damn computer. Listen, the computer's smart. It's working for you, Doc. Just keep using that computer. People say, "What's the number?" Please put the number in the chat. Demo may want to call up in here. And there was in England. We have right here from Elderson in England, jabs of LSD, not shots of LSD. Shots of drinks. England, I like England. Number one, I think it's the sexiest voice for any woman to have is that English accent. You get me? All you gotta do is talk to me, shorty. You got me with that. Number one. Number two, I like a little bit of the slang that they use there and everything. It's kind of what we use and stuff. Like I like, I remember dude Derek Chisora who just fought tonight. I remember when he was having the fight and he was like, "They glassed me because they tried to hit him with a bar." I think that sounds great. I like the glass. I like a couple of things they say.
This is area code 401. Welcome to the show, 401.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Demo.
Hey, dude. Welcome to the show.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing
great. How you doing?
awesome. How about yourself, my friend?
Not too bad. I just wanted to. I have a few things on my mind. Whatever we got time for.
Oh, you have the floor is yours. It's your show now. Take over. Let's know what you want to talk about.
Well, first off, I do agree with Tony about the sci-fi elements. I don't know aliens or experiments or whatever, but there's certainly a sci-fi element to this show. It's been listed as sci-fi horror, multiple places. They're not just saying that for no reason. The main thing that I want to talk about, and I just want to get this out into public. You know, I tell my wife this. I'm like, oh, I'm calling it now. But I want everybody to know that I called this now.
Okay, do it.
Jade and Tabitha are being deceived, 100%. This whole, oh, we're reincarnated people. We got to save our kids. And it's a ruse. Every time something in this town has told somebody, hey, do this thing and you get to go home, never once has it been true.
Yeah, it's some tricksy, false bullshit of some sort.
And these voices in their head culminated to them playing the song at the tree, which summoned the man in yellow, obviously a bad guy. And
Doug, you're a bad guy.
Tabitha are so good, they're such the heroes. Why did the man in yellow beeline for Jim and not for them? Like, none of this makes any sense. And people's willingness to eagerly believe in it is frustrating. Because it's clearly, and that episode description that you read earlier, I heard you read that and I was like, okay, yeah. But yeah, I just had to get that out there. Oh, and plus, if you go back to like season 1, episode 4, maybe, Jade says it himself. He says, I will ruin you. I will ruin all of you. He says it. And, you know, just even further, like, obviously, like, so first off, Jade is a narcissist. I know everybody loves Jade, but he's a narcissist. It's easy to manipulate a narcissist because all you got to do is feed into his ego.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
make them feel like
Tabitha,
they're right.
On the other hand, has a lot of guilt for her deceased child. So it's easy to manipulate her too by convincing her that she's helping these deceased children, right? So for me, it's clear as day they're being absolutely manipulated.
I agree.
Yeah,
I don't believe that it's, and in my new book that I will have coming out soon, I talk about a similar situation like this. It has nothing to do with the show, but in my book, I put in there, and it's more of a philosophy, scientific book, and I talk about reincarnation and how reincarnation is really just people being in the same vibrations as someone who existed in the past, and for that they're able to get their memories, and for that they believe they are reincarnated as that person. But in reality, all it is that they're just being able to tap into the fifth dimension, and they're able to remember their lives. So they believe that they've been reincarnated in this person, but that's not what it is. It's tapping into the fifth dimension that I believe is the fifth dimension and of memories, and that they're just tapping into that. And that is why they believe the person is reincarnated. And I think it holds weight when dealing with this show, that that's exactly what's happening, and making them believe they're reincarnated, but it's really just them giving them their memories of this person.
Implanted somehow, yeah. One more thing I'll say before I go. Kind of want to hold up other people who want to call in, but somebody earlier had mentioned the colors, and I kind of stumbled upon something the other day. So the motel sign has 4 signs. You know, it has the Star Magic sign that's not there, which is black. It's followed by a sign. I don't remember what's on the second sign, but it's red. Then the third one down is yellow, and then the bottom bit of the sign is blue, right? And I think season 1, we meet the creatures. The creatures are pretty monochromatic. They're black and white, just like that sign. Season 2, we're introduced to Kimono Lady, who wears a bright red sash on her kimono, right? End of season 3, we are introduced to the man in yellow,
Shady
who
yellow
we
man.
still need to learn about. But then there's a fourth sign, which is a blue sign, which is it is a prominent color that's been shown throughout the show. But I believe we'll probably meet some kind of entity that's associated with the color blue in this upcoming season.
Well, they also show the guy that's like with the mouse and is
with the, yeah. Well, what made me think of it too is that like Martin in the dungeon says, "Oh, the creatures, they're just the tip of the spear, right?"
Yep.
Well, the motel sign is kind of like a spear, right? It's got a big, long it's a stick with the the point at the end, and at the very tip would be that black sign, which is the creatures. And then what's a little deeper? Oh, it's the kimono lady. Oh, what's a little deeper? So on and so forth. But that's just something that popped in my head the other day. Figured I'd share it.
No, that sounds good to me, man.
This is the place for it. This is the place to come out. And anytime throughout the season that you feel the urge to share something, please call. And you can call this line 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everyone, this is for everybody. This can be sort of like your vent line. And if we're not live at the time, you can leave a voicemail and we'll play it on the show. So if you ever have a theory, leave that shit 24 hours a day.
And if you're shy, you don't want to call in, and you could just leave the voicemail. Oh, I promise you will play it.
Yeah. Well, you'll definitely be hearing back from me. You can go ahead and ask Taryn about Demo.
All right.
I met him in Rio. Came by Providence, and we chilled.
Oh, did you go up there and meet them when they did that whole thing? You went up there and meet them?
Yeah. I took him down to HP Lovecraft's grave, which is like right down the road from my house.
Oh, I was supposed to
go.
go.
I just doxed myself. I mean,
I'm in Massachusetts. I'm in Massachusetts.
I was supposed to go on that with them. They asked me.
Well,
they asked me to go.
He might be coming back to get more footage if he comes through. It'd be nice to see you too.
Yeah, I was supposed to go, and at this time just could not work out for me. But if it did, I would have definitely went up there. But I was supposed to be on that trip too. Word.
Well, I'm gonna split. I don't know. I'll talk to you guys probably soon enough.
Awesome, man.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Peace.
That's what it is. A great caller, man.
Yeah,
great
that was a
caller.
good
Not
call.
because he agrees with me or anything like that. That's not. This what he put out there is great stuff. The colors and everything else on the tip of the spear. Again, when we think about Martin, what you have to think about in the end is what he said about the far away tree. When Boyd said to him, and he goes, "Oh, you went through the tree?" And Boyd tells him that's how he got there.
Yep.
The next thing out of his mouth he says, and he deepens his voice when he says it. He says, "That's where they get you. That's how they get you." And that's exactly right, Phil. And that's exactly I said. That's where they get you. That's where they get you. And who told him to go through that tree? The boy in white.
Sketchy little bastard.
And then he specifically that's how they get you, is when you go through not do anything else in the town and all that. When you go through the tree is when they get you. And it was the boy in white who told them to go into there. And that's what it is. I mean, I'm only going by the words that are put out from the show. There would be no reason for them to emphasize that part of it. That's when they get you. If something else wasn't going on with that goddamn faraway tree, and the people are actually controlling where you go. It's not random. It's not where you want it. They're controlling. You think, oh, Dale just got the bad rap, and Dale just all of a sudden just happened to get put in the pool. They knew what Dale was up to, and Dale talked some truth, and they got a chance to get him, and they got him, and they put his ass in the pool, and that was what it is. Tabitha went to the lighthouse when she went through. Why? Because they wanted Tabitha to go there. Tabitha needed to go to the lighthouse. They needed her to get up in that thing. They needed her there. The boy in white pushes her out the window. And he says specifically, this is the only way. The only way is this is it. This is the only way.
Area code 949. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your question or comment or whatever the hell you want to talk about?
Hey, what's up, Phil? What's up, Tony? Hey, this is Quentin. So first of all, I appreciate, like I said, every time I call, man, I just want to say I appreciate both of you guys' dedication.
Oh, thank you
for the show, man. You guys definitely do your thing all the time. And everybody else as well, man. I just like, the show is the greatest. So any type of, cover we can get for it, I appreciate it. But you guys are really the ones that I watch for the theories and whatnot.
So you're a smart person. We know you're a smart person. No, we're kidding. Thank you so much.
but look. So my question, I have two questions, but one is like, have you guys ever seen Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how Jack Skellington in that thing, there's like a forest area where there's trees that lead into different dimensions, like the different holidays.
Yes.
I kind of see it somewhat similar to From, as far as the faraway trees, how they're treated. One question is, do you think that any of the trees that they go into, do you think that it can lead them out of the town, or do you think they can only get out of the town from falling from the lighthouse?
So Tony, do you think?
I don't think the only way out is the lighthouse. I think the way out the lighthouse was that specific area where they were at, where she was at the time.
Okay, so
Miranda had said that's the in order. Miranda's whole thing was to free the children, you have to get to the lighthouse. That was her thing. She didn't say exactly what it was you had to do in the lighthouse to free the children. Do you put them in the lighthouse and the children are free? They didn't say exactly what that was. Tabitha gets to the top of the lighthouse. The boy in white says this is the only way, and he pushes her out the lighthouse. Now, the lighthouse is in the clouds. If you look at WIM, where the lighthouse is at, you will see that the lighthouse is literally there's clouds around. So it's that tall when you look at it that way. I would say, I was saying Fringe or whatever. They say in order to pass through dimensions, you either need a severe trauma or you need to reach a certain speed in order to pass through the dimensions. I think that she experienced both in her trip, if that's the way it's going down. But that would be the way I look at it for that. So, but I don't think that's the only way to get out. It's just from that point with Tabitha.
Gotcha. So I was gonna say, like, because of that, if there is a way to get out of the town, through like a faraway tree or whatnot, if that is a possible way, or even a way to get into the town, do you think that the tree that they passed by, like everybody passes by and end up being stuck in the town, do you think that it's possibly like a faraway tree that was cut down, and because it was cut down, like that's how like people got stuck in that place, like they can't get out of it. It's a loop because it's the portal has been broken, so it's open, so it can't close, so therefore they can't escape.
If you look at the tree that struck down and you say that that's a faraway tree, and whether you want to say it's magical or it's some type of dimensional transport, it would make sense that when they see the tree that they're locked into there. And there's a reason, and specifically the boy in white comes and tells Victor not to cut the tree down. But as we read earlier in the episode titles, I believe that in the last episode, a faraway tree will be cut down. And then we'll see exactly what the faraway tree is made out of when that happens and stuff. And I think it'll be Kenny who does it, because we've already seen him with the axe chopping down a tree. So I think he'll be the one to do that, and then we'll figure out exactly what it's made out of when it comes down to that. So that would probably be the only way I could answer that question. But I think the important part is that the bottle tree was in Miranda's time zone when Tabitha went out to that one, prior to it being in Fromville. All right, Miranda started painting pictures of the bottle tree and put the bottle tree in her house, but there was already a bottle tree in the real world of her thing, of where she was at. And before Tabitha can get to that bottle tree, they got into a car accident, which I don't think was a coincidence.
Got you. Hey, so last question. This is for you and Phil.
Yes.
You guys both seen Lost, so you guys know that in Lost, pretty much all the characters that are in the story are important. And they all do different type of things. Certain people have kind of special abilities, whatever it may be. But
certain people are candidates of the island.
So when it came down to the end of it, though, the most important person to end the story, or to come with a happy ending, was Jack. So in this and From, we have a lot of important characters. We got Julie, she's walking. We got Ethan, knows all this and knows all the rules for the story and everything like that. Victor's been here forever, so blah blah blah. So all these people are important. And even other people as well, to a lesser degree or more, whatever. But who is the most important character that you think is going to be like the end all be all at the end, like how it was for Lost? It was Jack. Who do you think? Is it going to be Boyd? Is it going to be Julie? Is it Victor?
You just said it. I think it's ultimately going to be Boyd because he's good. It's his show. He's going to come with a boat. Walt's going to come on a boat and save him. And he's going, whoa! No, I'm kidding. But I do think it comes down to, I think if we're going to make analogous comparisons to Lost, Boyd's Jack.
Got you.
Yeah. Boyd is the one. It's Boyd's show. It's just his show. Regardless of the help that he gets along the way and other people figuring things out, ultimately it comes down to Boyd.
He's the star.
For sure, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Keep doing what you do. I'm keep listening, man. And I love you guys as always, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're the best, man. Thank you.
Doug Hughes says, but Tony, Victor went through a faraway tree and it took him to the tunnels where he was able to safely lead Tabitha out.
He won the dice roll that time.
Now I would say that's true. He did do that. So let's look at that timeline. That is when the monsters were getting intercepted. They had broken the colony house. Victor had an emergency ladder just in case they came in to get him out the window, to get him outside. He goes down, tells Julie to go in the tree. Julie winds up in the cellar where Fatima gave birth. She was in that place.
Mm-hmm.
He winds up down there. When he winds up down there, the boy in white says, this is a safe space for you. Just chill here, and nothing's going to happen to you.
Sure.
And eventually he's going to show up. All right. We don't know exactly how long it was till Tabitha showed up. It was a little while, maybe a day or 2 or 3 days. You can't assume that Victor was in there pissing and shitting in that same spot. The monsters were sleeping. He knew the way out when he originally went. So we could say Victor may have left. He could have came back. Inside, the monsters also said to Victor, if you keep coming down here, we're going to have to keep you.
Yep.
Right? So we have to assume from that line that wasn't Victor's first time down there, that he's been down there before. Or why would they have said, if you keep coming down here, we're going to keep you? It's either one or two things. Either Victor was down there for the first time when the boy in white showed him, and he left, and he came back in, and he left, and he came back in, or he's been down there before, and he knew, and they've known that he was down there. And if you want to get into the boy in white situation, the boy in white said, yeah, you'll be safe here. Just chill right here. Yeah, maybe he would, because the boy in white told the monsters, don't fuck with him. Leave him alone. Let him be down here. He'll be fine. And everything else.
I'm using him for some purpose that
could be something else that's going on, right? So it could easily be brought up to, the boy in white told him straight up to stay down here. You'll be fine. Everything else is going to be good, because I'm going to make sure these monsters don't mess with you. So just sit here and chill. And that's what it's going to be, right? So that's the way I would take it when we look at him. You can also look at what the boy in white told Boyd and Sarah to get in the faraway tree. Sarah winded back in Father Cottry's place where the town wanted to put her in the box. Boyd winded up in a well where he could easily died in there. So I think it's yin and yang with this. I think it's 50-50 with the way they play it, that whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, where they wound up.
Yeah, I mean, plus I think Victor, to your point about going down there, Victor survived there for a long time. And he was right next to the monsters, and they chose not to kill him in the way that they're choosing not to kill Boyd in some situations. But with Victor, it doesn't seem like they're like, we want to make your life miserable. They want to use him as a conduit to the town and manipulate him and get him to do essentially pass information on to people in the town without passing information, whatever they're using him for. It could be myriad of reasons.
Monsters didn't draw that mural on the wall.
No,
they didn't do that. And Victor says they like to draw too when you see the mural. It just happens to be in the same exact style that Victor does his drawings. It's the same exact stick figures, same exact
That's a good point, too.
And all of a sudden, he just happens to be the monsters like to draw too. No. The monsters didn't draw.
Everyone in town likes to draw.
They didn't draw that mural down there. Monsters just weren't up there like, oh, big red guy, little boat that leads out this way, little talisman over here, dead bodies over here.
A little kid doesn't survive out there alone without those talismans and a place to stay unless he's making a deal with them.
Exactly. And we've seen before, like the monsters do make deals, right? We've seen a deal made with Randall and Boyd. They told Boyd, you could take the keys, but we're going to keep Randall, right? And then again, when we look at what they said to Victor, the exact words were, if you keep coming down here, we're going to have to keep you.
Tony, right? I don't want to get into a different direction here, but this the monsters make deals thing, it's true. And now I feel extra bad for Porn Stash. He really should have tried to like figure something out. You know, like I'll let you in, I'll let you kill everybody, but you and I, Jasmine Monster, need to be happy and live happily ever after. Like maybe if he had tried something like that.
This is the thing with Porn Stash.
Poor Porn.
They sent the hottest monster to him.
They really fucked with that guy. I would have.
I don't know if it would have worked if it was the grandma monster. Like if he let the grandma monster,
she got the little girl. Grandma got little girl in the first.
Got the little girl. If she would have let her in to make out with her, you know, I don't know. Not that I have any respect for him, but I wouldn't have been able to give him nothing. But this was an extremely attractive woman, dead or not. But yeah, I mean, extremely. I mean, she really is. So, not that I can understand it, because you had all these women running around Colony House. Nobody must have liked him.
Kevin, which is Porn Stash's name, he wanted true love.
No, yes. Nobody must have liked him in there. I mean, nobody. I've seen the women in that place. And if you couldn't pull one of them, there's something wrong with you. Because if I was in that place, it would have been a different situation.
Porn Stash seemed like he didn't have a good personality.
You don't need no personality when you stuck in a place like that. That's like prison.
Kevin said no one listened to him.
Listen, Phil, have you been in sleepaway camp before in your life?
No, but I've been in situations like.
You never went to sleepaway camp?
I went to day camp. I didn't go to sleepaway camp.
Oh. Sleepaway camp, let me tell you something about sleepaway camp. When you go there and the size of the pocket area is small, it doesn't take a lot. All right? You have the people who are going to be the best looking, best athletic, best swimmers. They're going to
I've seen meatballs, Tony.
They're going to get what they get. But then after that, it levels out for people because there's no one else there. And when you're there in sleepaway camp, once those people are all taken, you ain't got to be the best at anything. You just got to be there. So the fact that he was there and he still couldn't pull nothing, that means something's going on with Porn Stash.
Porn Stash.
Something's going on with Porn Stash. Something's going on.
I don't mean to go back to season 1 stuff. I'm just watching season 1 now again for the first time, and Porn Stash was just introduced, so it's bringing back memories, Tony, of me watching the early.
We got Joyce saying he wasn't ugly.
And Tony, I just want to be clear too, like, as much as I've been a part of this since the beginning, I have to give full credit to the first half of the first season of coverage was LMR. I didn't jump in until the end of season 1 when LMR couldn't make it. So I didn't really start watching and talking about the show till the end of the season. So I never really got to talk about Porn Stash. So I'm rewatching now for like the third time. And this is my first opportunity to get all up on this shit.
Let me be clear. Make sure everyone understands what Doug Hughes is trying to say. He's saying, I'm simply saying this is an example of someone going through a faraway tree and not being gotten, as Martin put it. 100%. I hear what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying, and I respect and I agree that there have been people who have gone through the faraway tree and had good things wind up happening to them.
Yeah, it's a random number
I know it's not random. I don't believe it's random, but
right.
We have seen good things happen to people who are going through them. But Martin does specifically say, you went through the tree, that's where they get you.
Yeah.
So there is going to be a point in time where that's where they're able to trap you, is when you go through the tree.
See, this is where I'm not sure, and I kind of agree with you that someone's in control and can kind of figure it out. But I also think is a possibility that it is somewhat random and they just take advantage of the times when the randomness works to their advantage, when the number sends them to somewhere else. So I don't know. I tend to agree with you, Tony, that there's some sort of
Victor put a rock in the tree. He says the tree you don't know where it's going to come at, and it dropped right by their feet. Didn't drop on the head. Didn't drop right there. That's not random. Why did he put the thing in the tree, specifically say it's know where it's going to come, but he put it in there thinking that it was going to.
He said, "I hope it does." He said there's.
But when it comes back, it's a different face on the rock.
He won that role. He won that.
It's not the same. It's not the exact same smiley face that he drew when it comes back. It's a different smiley face.
You said that. I did not notice that. I have to look back and look at that for sure. That would almost be concrete evidence of the multiple dimension thing.
All right, hold it down, Phil. I'm a screenshot it right now. Hold down. I'll get it done. Right.
Oh, you're gonna go get this shit. Oh fuck. Tony's gonna get the receipts right now for the rock that Victor sends through. Too deep for you. You're never too deep for us. I think that Victor has a deal, which is why he was allowed to go in the tunnels with his dad and he saw the scarf. I tend to agree. I think it's hard for me to believe that young child Victor lived there for all that time alone without making some sort of arrangement. I'm not saying becoming their puppet. I mean, being manipulated by them in a way. And I'm not going to say protect him, but choose not to kill him. And as Tony was mentioning, that what they say to him last season, David says, trees often represent the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, serving as the resting places for spirits before reincarnation or acting as the guardians of the dead. I wonder how much of that tree, the big tree, is the power of this place. And perhaps if that does get destroyed, we shall see. See, Tony's been on his note-taking mode. Yeah, Tony's getting the receipts right now. In various mythological traditions, trees act. Oh, we already talked about that. Victor dates don't match his mom's dates and Henry's dates. So that's another piece of evidence, perhaps towards multiple dimensions on some level, that we were getting the same people, the same things, but maybe not all the same facts backed up between each individual. So we'll see. Give me what David is smoking, says our good buddy Fernandez T. Oh my goodness. Oh, guys. We so Brooklyn. Victor is Smiley's friend. He protects him, The monsters said, you keep coming down here, Victor. One day we'll make you stay. Realize that they also didn't say to him, is that exactly what they said, Brooklyn? So they didn't say we'll kill you. They said we'll make you stay. So does that mean they'll turn Victor into a monster? Or into a creature? They'll make him stay. I mean, it could mean we're going to kill you, but we shall see. Maybe Victor promised to not tell people nothing. You said anything. I added nothing because my English is horrible. Let's see. I think Victor's mind was erased, all of his memories. I don't know about that, Christine Jellybean. Very, very rewarding. You know, like in a video game, you hit somebody, it feels good. It feels good to say your name, Christina. Not Christina, Christine. Christine Jellybean. I'm not sure if his mind was erased, like he got like the Man in Black flashy thing in his head. I'm not sure or he conveniently actively created blocks to protect himself from some of his memories, or he's making an active choice not to share certain things. I tend to think maybe he is traumatized to the point where he holds in his actual opinions. He's afraid of exposing the truth. Why is Victor not a threat? He could possibly be. It's more, why do people not perceive Victor as a threat, Miss Amy? I wonder. I don't know why I called you Miss Amy. It seemed appropriate in the moment. Mr. Doug says, thinking with the little brain, it never ends well. It does never end well, usually for people, especially within movies and television shows and stuff, and in general in life. If you think with different parts of your mind and not necessarily using that Vulcan part, yeah, I said it again. I'm bringing it back. Logic, folks, logic. Until Ethan says he saw him and he remembered he was real. Oh, this is in association to somebody else. Knowledge comes at a cost, says Baby Girl, New Jersey. And Victor knows that he keeps trying to tell people. Knowledge comes at a cost, and Victor knows he keeps trying to tell people. He does. He knows all of this, and he's trying to warn people. But he's also so emotionally damaged by the weight of all of this that I don't think he's quite thinking clearly to the point that he needs to. He's institutionalized by this place. He knows nothing but this place. He came here too young. So he can't really conceptualize the idea of leaving or the idea of conquering it to any certain extent. I know, I didn't see you there, Ani. Oh, we've got a super chat donation. Thank you so much again. Been subscribed to Tony since 2014, and he's never led me with an ashtray. No, astray. Sorry. I'm not funny. The Dawn will not be eating that hot chip. This is 100% science. You will see those stones are stopping the monsters. It's a game. And I will leave this comment up for a bit, or I will make sure I bring it back up when Tony gets back here, or he might be listening right now, so he might have heard that as well. Thank you so much for that super chat. We do appreciate it. Well, what's down there? Oh, shit. Gotcha. They got Victor completely backwards, says Shelby. And he's answering to the evils and can't tell the difference. Maybe his continued living has a cycle hostage to the 70s last remnant. I think a lot of it is him having that Stockholm syndrome of the place and him being so fragilely holding on to his peaches. I mean, when you ultimately find a way to live in a place like this, you don't want anyone to fuck with it. They've got Victor backwards. Logic must give in to faith.
I got the proof. I'll bring it up once. Let me just go to the bathroom. I'll be right back and we'll pop it off.
Oh, please save people from me. Keep the Star Trek references coming. I cannot help myself. You know, the needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few. And I think that will come into play in this series. I think we need to look to that. Let's see. Oh, we've got the incredibly talented. I'm gonna be sending her a song sometime the next year to forcibly make her sing on it. Carla. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla, in advance for me pressuring you into musically collaborating without your choice. There we go. I'm holding Carla hostage like the monsters are holding Victor. You will perform. You will perform songs that I give you. No, you will create a vocal line for this song that I need a high voice for that I cannot cover. And you will create your own, and I will write lyrics, or you can write your own lyrics.
All right, let's. So we're saying if this is what it is,
no.
So you're saying that this is
I would say that if the shoe doesn't fit, you must quit. No, if the image, unless it's a prop thing, and I don't think props would make a mistake like that in a show like this. If the symbol that Victor drew on it was a smiley face, is completely different from what came through the portal to what went through the portal. I would say that's a lot of, I'm not going to go as far as what I said before, but that's a lot of goddamn fire and smoke for multiple dimensions.
Okay.
That's what I'll say, Tony.
All right. We got it then. Let's do it.
Let's do this shit.
Let's do it. All right. We can all see this right here, right? Let me get it right here so I can pause it when you see the face.
Hashtag Star Trek Legacy. Yes, absolutely, Captain. Sorry.
All right. We see the face of this, right? Phil, you're looking at it. Everybody else is looking at it. Wait. It's clear that the entities in this place feed off of fear and trauma, and they put the red 100%. It definitely could be that. We see this picture. This is the rock that he's throwing in, right? Everybody sees it. Phil, do you see it?
I see it.
All right.
I'm sorry why I said that like in Half Baked, when it's like, I have you ever sucked dick for weed? I used to suck dick for coke. I seen him. That's David from The Real World that says that line. Right there.
Remember that. I want y'all to keep that in your head. Let's go. We're gonna go through it. Victor goes, and I took away all the
watch this.
Sometimes puts it in.
Works.
Look, they show it again. They show it twice, 3 times a day, right? They show it again so you can be sure of what you're looking at. You see it there, right? Now look at that. Look at that right there. Now watch when it comes out. Look at that.
It's a smiley face snap ahead right there. Looking good.
Go back again. You see it right there, right? Look at that.
Yep.
You see that face right there? Look at it.
Twice,
now look.
Okay, Ethan. Ethan looks. I'm sorry. Like, how long has it been from season 1 to season 4? They have to. This is another thing that needs to be.
Look, you see that right there? Look at the way the smiley face is drawn.
The circle isn't as circular.
Look at the circle around his face.
Can you go back to the first image, Tony?
This is the first image right here.
That's the first one? Okay.
You see the circle right here? That circle's fucked up here, right?
Yep.
And then when it comes back and he picks it up and he shows it to him, we'll see. Let's get a good look at it.
Victor, I mean, Ethan looks so young. They have to get to like the time travels a little faster here. They talked about his injuries healing quick. Maybe they can describe the aging by time goes quicker here, because he looks a lot older now.
It is not a good shot of it right there.
No, but it does look rounder.
It is rounder. You can see it. I showed it in a thing. All the time there was no one else had the fear on the shot. I agree. You can easily see that this one that they show here,
yeah, exactly, Doug,
is different than the one Victor actually drew on the face.
Is there any way you can zoom in on this one, Tony?
Because you can see it right here. And it's just showing you what it is, right? And you can see the smiley face here. And you can see the circle along the man's face. But when he pulls it out and they show Victor here, you can see that this circle along the face is 100% not the same. That's not the same picture. That's not the same face of the thing. It's just not.
No, I'm with you. It definitely does not look. I mean, his hand is covering that one spot, but it definitely looks rounder, and it looks cleaner.
There's no doubt about it. You can see it, and you go back and you look at the one that he drew.
It doesn't look like the penmanship was quite as smooth. Go back to the go back to the other one for a second. Look at the smiley face. Look at this the actual smiley part too. Because one end it looks more like a J than a smile. With regards to Victor's unreliable memory, that's classic response to extreme trauma. Absolutely. He compartmentalizes so much. Yeah, that's like, look at the smile. Like, okay, because we can't see the left side of the circle, so it's hard to judge the left side being a circle, even though you can kind of see that it's circular. But the smiley part, the actual lips part, whatever, is a lot different.
It's definitely different. There's no denying that it's different. It's not the same smiley face. And what they're showing you, I'm telling you, is this is two different dimension situations. You're seeing two different Victors, two different Ethans doing the exact same thing at the same time with different results. And this is what it is. It's too different. It's what it is. Happy Easter, the amazing Grace 5. Appreciate you stopping by. There's no other way to look at it. And then what Victor does, look what Victor does as soon as it comes back, right? Look at what Victor does. Look at what he does to the rock. He wipes that motherfucker away with his thumb. See that?
Yeah.
Why do you wipe it away with his thumb?
Little magician's trick there going on.
Why do you do that? Why do you wipe it with his thumb right there? Why did he clean it off? Because Ethan might have realized that it wasn't the same rock. So he just clears it off right there.
That is a little shady that he's
before he does. Why does he do the little finger wipe? Shows it and then whoop 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 with the thumb. Why would you do that with the thumb? And if you're a magician, you're doing some type of shit. That's the shit you do that people ain't looking for. Why do you wipe it away with his thumb?
Yeah, he's doing some illusions there too.
It wasn't gonna hurt the rock. It wasn't like there was something else going on there. But as soon as he shows it, he wipes that motherfucker away. He wipes it down really fast. Shows it, looks, and then looks at it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You see that left-handed thumb going on there?
That's illusions.
All right, you see the left-handed thumb. Maybe y'all never caught that. Look at the left hand. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And wipe that away real quick.
He's stealing my quarter. Dude's stealing my quarter, dude.
Get that out of there real quick.
He's stealing my quarter. He's putting that shit up his sleeve. That's a fucking illusion. Victor pulling off the prestige right there, says J-Man. Yeah. Rumpelstiltskin. That's a really good observation, Tony. You're going to be wiping your finger the same way after you eat that hot chip. Oh my God, Sonic.
You ain't my boy no more.
Oh
you
my
ain't your
goodness,
boy. You ain't my boy.
Oh my God.
You ain't my boy. I'm just saying, in the end, why are you doing it? There's no need to do that. And I don't believe the actor just did that on his own. I think he was directed to do that. shows it, and then the thumb, whoop, he looks down at it. Look, he looks right down at it, and then wipes it away. Again, he goes through, he shows it, he looks down, and then whoop, whoop, whoop with the thumb.
Tony, I don't want to talk about season 1 stuff too much, but why do you think Ethan healed quick there? Do you think time moves quicker there? Do you think there's healing energy there of some sort? They did make it a point in season 1. I'm watching these episodes that to say that Ethan healed from his injury in the car really quick. So everyone there, is time moving quicker there, do you think?
I don't know if time is moving quicker, but time is definitely moving at a different rate that it could be. It could be that it's moving quicker, and that's why he's able to heal faster. I can't pinpoint it. I've looked at many clocks.
I mean, the pregnancy for Fatima.
I went through all the clocks, and I went through everything. I looked at all the clocks and look at the time of the clocks, and I seen the clocks at one point shows a certain time, and then the next scene that they show the clock, it's a different time. And in fact, I'll be doing a video on all the clocks. I went through them all, and you could see on clocks that in the same scene, that when they show the clock at one time, it's one time, the camera goes away, pans to something, and when it pans back, and it's not minutes, it's hours. It's a completely different time. Same clock, same frame that they're showing it.
Time is moving, seasons are changing, Boy in White is growing up. Perhaps it does. I mean, I feel like they need to. If time was moving quick, it would be a good excuse to explain.
Well, time doesn't pass the same way in the Fromland, as Daryl says. It's not true, because when we see Marielle come, she said she was looking for how long for her.
How long did she say?
She said a specific time, and it wasn't the time that she's been missing. And she said she's been out there for a certain amount of time looking for her, and it was not the exact time she was missing. And you can go back, I don't know exact time, but you can go back and check the date where she was missing from the time Marielle was there, and it wasn't the exact same time.
People in the live chat saying Marielle said 6 months. A lot of people in the chat are saying 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. 6 months. And how long was Tabitha gone from the town when she left?
I have to look at the wanted posters to know exactly.
Like, I wonder if she was gone for more time, like when she went to visit Henry, than she was actually gone from the town. Like she was gone for.
Yeah, because when you deal with the show was only taking place in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, that's where the age they almost need to reference the fact that the kids are getting older.
Yeah, it's only been it's not like the show has been years that they've been there. They've been there years or whatever, right? You figure Christy's been there years. You figure Fatima's been there years. Boyd's been there years. But the part that we're watching is only a matter of weeks to a month that we're seeing that all this is transpiring.
Doug running interference for sure. Thank you for another super chat, Jetta. Or no, Jet Starwind. I don't know why I called you Jetta.
100%. We love you all. Thank you for the super chat. It's very generous of you. But I told you I was going to show you The Rock. That in The Rock was different. I put that out there. I hopefully y'all seen it, that it's two different rocks. Again, if you want to poo-poo it, you could say it's a coordination error. It was a mistake by the staff.
I don't buy that.
If you want to say that, and that's what you want to go by, that seems like something that somebody would say who doesn't want to believe in anything, who just want to stick to one line. But the bottom line is that when you look at The Rock is two different rocks. There's no denying it. There's no way to look at The Rock and say that it's not two different faces on The Rock. You can clearly look at this rock. You can see the smile on The Rock. You can see the indenture on the left-hand side. You can see where the chin dips right underneath there. And then when you look at The Rock, and the best shot I can give you is right here. at the rock the next time with the smiley face, and they purposely do show you the smiley face. They didn't have to show it to you again. You got the point. You can clearly see there is no indenture on the left-hand side. That smiley face is completely smiley, going across the same exact rock line and everything else.
I don't think it's a Starbucks cup moment. Like, why would they need to make two different versions of the prop? And
there's no need to do that. You want to say it because that's what you want to believe, but the fact of the matter is that it's two different rocks.
And that Game of Thrones, like they didn't care at that point. They were just going through the motions. They really give a shit.
I doubt the prop master kept a rock from episode. They shot this scene. I mean, they may have shot the scene 1,000 times. Who knows, right? I don't know. But I would think that every time they shot it, since they had Victor draw it, it would have been Victor drawing it. You know what I mean? It would have been him. And this is not a hard scene to shoot, but I'm sure they shot the scene multiple times, regardless of how hard it was. And you would think he would do at least a good rendition of it, you know. But this is not even close to being a good. This is definitely something different here.
Yeah, it's a little frumpy head with weird smile. Like,
you know,
it's the main thing is the uneven smile.
100%. 100%. I mean, I'm telling you that I'm saying this because we're dealing with parallel dimensions and universes. This is what it's going to be when it's all said and done. And we'll see when it's all said and done. We'll definitely see it.
Tim says prop rocks. Yeah, prop rocks can get lost, especially in the forest. Come on, Tim. Tim. We love you, Tim. Come on, Tim.
Yeah, can we give it up for how the Woods make Can we give it up for how the Woods make the show special? Meaning what, Miss Jellybean? Doug has an explanation. Let's hear it. He says the explanation is this: Victor is trying to demonstrate that when you put things in a faraway tree, they go somewhere else. He wouldn't expect the same rock.
Ooh, I can't ask you follow-up questions, Doug. So I want to be like, why wouldn't he expect it?
The same rock to come back.
Yeah, why? Why? Tell us why. I'm curious why.
Yeah, why wouldn't he expect the same rock? Everybody else, the same person goes through the tree, they come back.
But in Star Trek, when you beam, they actually dematerialize your whole body, and then they make a copy of you.
Yeah, Rick thought it was going to be a different rock coming back, but he thought it was coming back. He said he didn't know exactly where you go when you go into the faraway trees, but all of a sudden this rock comes back right here. Seems like it was trying to prove something. He said the fact.
Oh, so we've hit it at the same time.
Yeah, he goes the fact. We got the woos. The fact that rock comes back suggests to me that whoever received the one that Victor put through the tree is sending a cryptic message in response.
Okay, cool.
Yes, cool. I agree with that.
I agree. I agree too.
That, but I'm just saying it's not the same rock. And that's my point in the whole thing. It's a different smiley face.
So we agree it's not the same rock.
Yeah, I guess he agrees with that. That's what's up. That's the way it should be. And there's no denying it's not the same rock. The picture just shows it. Not denying that rock would be like saying that, and I've used this many times, but saying that Rodney King resisted arrest. Right? Is looking at that video and saying, oh, he looks like he's resisting. Well, that's why they had to do that to him. It's evidence right in your face. Whether you want to deal with any other situation that we have seen, we have seen many, especially this year, of people who were supposedly doing something bad. And we've seen the video from 3-4 different sides. We know the truth, but the media will tell you, oh, this person was reaching for something. We could see that they ain't reaching for nothing, right? But they'll still say it because they try to spin you somewhere. I'm not about to spin. I'm about what my eyes see. My eyes tell me the deal, whether it's with the glasses on or off. I see what I see. I know what I see, and that's the way it goes. And this is the facts. That was not the same drawing on that rock, period. That's it. Now, whatever you want to suggest of why that is, we could go through that, but that's just what it is. Kelly Johnson T, you my dude, but them creeps should get shook. Got you shook. Come on, brother. Ain't no one got the Don shook. Are you crazy? You're talking about a man here who was raised in Queens, New York. And as I talked about when Brooklyn was up in the building, I'm telling you, it's different. And I'm not disrespecting anyone for anywhere you grew up. I don't know where you grew up, so I can't explain it. But I'm saying it's different when you grow up in New York City. It's a different situation dealing with this. You grow up with a certain level of perception from everything that's going on around you at all times. You're able to pick up on things that maybe the average person wouldn't pick up on just because you were raised in that area. And that is why when you see people from New York City and they go to anywhere in the world, not only do they get revered that they lived in New York City, they are able to make it anywhere. Right? It's like someone said, you can make it here, you can make it anywhere because it's different. It's a different thing. And when you go through that in New York, you can go to any other state, any other country, and you could blend in and do what you got to do because you've seen it all in New York. And that's just the way it is. And that's just the way it goes. And that's the fact. Yeah, no one worried about you. Nobody worried about you, Mr. Kangaroo.
Area code 347. Welcome to the show, 347.
Hi, Tony and Phil. It's Rose.
Hey, Rose. Welcome.
What's going on, Rose?
Hi, I called to disagree about this rock.
Oh, yeah. Do it, Rose.
So, as someone who's from New York and has been on a bunch of different movie sets, I think that they had a bunch of different versions of the rock. They probably had like 10 different rocks lined up, all with smiley faces and stuff like that for all the different takes. I've been on sets where like people have to eat a burger and they'll have 10 different burgers lined up for every time this person has to.
All right. So, and I'm not saying that those things don't happen at all. Obviously, you've been on there, you've seen it happen. That's not what I'm arguing. But what I'm saying, when you're just talking about a burger, this is a pretty substantial part of the story, right? This is more than a burger. This is not someone just sitting down in a burger, eating a restaurant, having a conversation. This is a substantial part in the story of Victor trying to prove exactly and explain to the audience what's going on with these trees, correct?
Yeah, and in the same vein, like there's been scenes where people have to eat, and then as soon as that person yells cut, then they have someone go around. They have a person on set that does continuity that will refill all the extras drinks to a certain line and everything like that. So they have somebody that makes sure stuff is on point. But when it's things of like that nature, even with a burger, they're not gonna like count the sesame seeds, but they will make sure that that person is holding it a certain way.
Yeah, but this is not counting the sesame seeds.
Yeah, especially like with cigarettes and stuff like that. They'll have a whole bunch of prop cigarettes lined up and stuff to end that point.
I'm not, and again, if it's a set error, totally could be. I'm not telling you that it
can't. I don't think that
I'm not saying
that popular at that point that they thought we would be freeze framing it and stuff like that. Like now, I don't think it's going to be a tough situation.
Or I think in this era of they do know people freeze frame and stuff, and that's why they are very that's why if you look at Marvel, they definitely take stuff out of their trailers purposely that we have detected, fans have detected that people are reacting in certain ways, but there's nothing around them. So I think they're very aware of the freeze framing and people detecting stuff and them not trying to give too much.
I think now as the show got popular, but I don't think then, not in the first season, not with MGM's budget. Like I don't think that they had the top continuity person or prop masters or anything like that. Like there's people who freeze frame newspapers just to, read all the articles and see what, and it's just like 2 seconds on the screen. But, for you and people like Julie, it'll be like 5 minutes on the screen. So
you know. But I think at that point in time, they probably had like 10 different rocks on set, and they didn't think we was gonna be deep
I
dive.
I will not fight you on it because it's quite possible that it could be. It could have been 10 rocks on set with different smiley faces, and they kept going from one rock to the other, and then when they edited together, it was 2 different rocks. I will not that point because it 100% could be that, but as it could be that, it could also be the fact because we do see him wipe away the rock at the end and get rid of
it could be some sort of sleight of hand by Victor. We never know. We could, you know, we might even get a scene of Julie's story watching it from her perspective. We never know. They doing whatever they want with this show, but my money's still on continuity error because I've been on set where we were just behind the scenes eating all those extra burgers that this guy kept messing up on. So we like, all right, take 2. Who wants this burger? You know, so you know, but I'll let other folks call in and monopolize the time.
I appreciate you calling.
Thank you as always.
Listen, I agree. She could be right. It could be the easiest answer is that, and that could be the answer.
Yeah,
and that may be it. But I don't. I'm gonna go the other route and say that they're trying to show us something on the sly. And when the show is over, they're gonna say, "Look back at this scene. We did this for this reason."
I would agree with Rose if Victor wasn't seen in the scene at the end of it, wiping off the smiley face. That's your little. That's sketchy.
It is sketchy. There's no need for him to do that there. Look at that thing. That he doesn't even get that. He only gets to the thigh with that. He doesn't get to the chest.
This one's gonna give you a lot of confidence. Look at this one. Look at this guy.
Boom! You see it shook. That I hit a lot harder than that dude. Dude, he just stands at it right. He don't take it.
Yeah, but this guy's a lot stronger than that dude.
Yeah, that's a 1 in a million kangaroo. That's why they keep showing him. Because this guy is on steroids. They put steroids in this kangaroo, and then they said, "Oh, this kangaroo is bigger than any kangaroo."
This is the Sid Vicious.
Yeah, they put steroids in him on the low up his ass, and then all of a sudden, now look at this kangaroo. He's so jacked. Yeah, they put. Listen, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I would totally, if a kangaroo comes to attack me, the kangaroo's getting got, and that's the bottom line.
And let's see what's Doug say here. I'll give you an example. People got really excited after season 4 trailer when they noticed the jukebox didn't have an I in the alphabet buttons.
Yeah, that's different though. I would say this. I don't think that's the same because of anyone who actually used a jukebox, they would know that there's no I in it, right? So I think that's a different situation. That's just the way it's all the jukeboxes were made. And
that'd be like a hotel without a 13th floor.
Those are people who are young, who don't understand what a jukebox is. You know, that would be like somebody going back in time who listening to a tape deck, and when they're listening to the tape deck, all of a sudden they pull the tape out, it gets pulled apart, it gets eaten by the tape player.
How horrible was that?
I can't believe this tape. What happened here? But if someone who lived in the era knows that, yeah, your box eats tapes, people know about these box that eats tapes.
Dude, and that was like the worst feeling in the world. You spend
it is the worst feeling.
Spend fucking $10 on a cassette and the fucking shit gets eaten.
Oh, and then you put your fucking little big pen in there and you're trying to
wind that shit for hours and it gets that part in the tape and it sounds like someone's fucking gargling.
Oh, I fucking put fucking Scotch tape to fix it. I've done so many things.
Scotch tape and shit. Yep.
And there's so many things to try to work. But I think the thing with the jukebox is just somebody who doesn't understand the era. And that's it. All right. The Don Tony Teflon. I got to step up out of here. We've been on here almost 3 hours for y'all tonight. Thank you so much. I'll drop my video tomorrow. And all that, and I'm sure you're going to see a bunch of videos tomorrow about these about all this stuff we just talked about tonight.
Yeah, breaking down some of the episode titles and that. So.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a bunch of videos about that and everything else and all that good stuff. But hey, this is the business. I don't blame it, because if they didn't know that information and they got the information from here, then I would suggest for them to go make those videos.
Heather, I miss the Be Kind rewind stuff, but I don't miss having to pay fucking rewind fees if you forget to rewind your fucking tape before you return it to Blockbuster or wherever.
That's some bullshit, man.
They like charge
they
you.
They had the super fast rewinders. It didn't cost them nothing.
Yeah, that was such bullshit. They charge you like if they want to be an asshole, they charge you like the fee for fucking not rewinding tape.
That's why people went in there and just knocked all the tapes on the floor, because they lost their mind, and that was it.
They wonder why they all went out of fucking business.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. All right, I love all of y'all. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for chilling with us. Thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you hanging out with us and doing all this every week. We're here and everything. Thank you, Kelly, for the super chat at the bell. We truly appreciate it.
You guys want me to sing drunk karaoke after this?
For Doug, he said, I have an evil explanation for Victor wiping off the rock. He's all about order. He's very particular about where he puts things. His wiping off the rock seems totally in character for me. It may be, Doug. Maybe that's what I mean. Maybe. But it seems weird that he looked at him first and then wiped it off, right? Mm-hmm. So it can play out either way. It's a yin and yang situation. That's what it is. No one's right. No one's wrong. All we can say is we shall see. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We'll be back before you know it. If you like the way we do this, please thumbs up this. Spread this across the room and, of course, subscribing. Until next time, you know this. Peace.